Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the After Hours episode number 200, the Monday return edition. How we all doing on this fine evening, 6:30 p.m. What's up, boys? What's up, Bowblax? How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? So, you heard that right. It's episode 200. Let me just adjust the camera there. There we are.
Yeah, I specifically debated Destiny for episode 200 of After Hours. You're welcome.
So we started this show like, well, I started it, but I threw you on by episode 2 or whatever. So we basically started it, and I don't know what the goal was, but I certainly would not have seen us, you know, in this situation. This has been one hell of a week. Like, I feel like the time since our last stream, which would have been Fridays After Hours, I didn't stream it all this weekend. I had planned to, but things just got in the way, and to be honest, I kind of didn't feel like it. Anyway. Yeah, we're on here, we're on the air, welcome to Monday's show. I'm just kind of thinking about it right now. Yeah, it is episode 200, and look at the headline. A debate with Destiny. When, why, where? Like, you gotta ask, like, the what is it, like, the 5 W's for this one. Like, where did this come from? A lot of people, when this was announced or whatever, and it wasn't even announced, it was just like, hey, I'm going on Destiny stream, like, you know, in a couple minutes. People are like, what? Whoa, hold on now, what? Oh, man. So how was it, man? How was your weekend?
My weekend in general? I mean, with that happening,
yeah, and then
it was,
with
like,
this and stuff like that.
Exciting, stressful. I was very nervous going into the Destiny interview, or the Destiny debate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to happen at all. Actually, funnily enough, the whole reason the Destiny debate happened ties all the way back to when my keyboard wasn't working.
How so?
So basically what happened, it's like my keyboard wasn't working, and I needed to borrow my keyboard from my neighbor, right?
Mm-hmm.
To plug it in and use
the neighbor?
No, a different neighbor. So I borrowed it, and then when I gave it back, he's like, "Hey, do you want to try my new whiskey?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Nice.
So I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty lightweight. I got drunk. And then I saw Memology's clip on Twitter of Destiny spurging out at that fan, and I just quote tweeted impulsively, and I'm like, yeah, the only reason he's defending Invader V is because he loves that pussy power OP,
nice
or whatever.
One.
And then he quote tweeted, and he's like, "You want to debate, buddy?"
Yeah, I saw that. And the best part is, Bowblax didn't even know that was his account. So Destiny's been banned multiple times on Twitter or whatever. So he's got a new account, and his account obviously isn't like Destiny or something. It's a different, you know, online persona or something like that. So Bowblax didn't even know that this was Destiny speaking. I had to DM him because I follow Destiny. I follow Bowblax, so I saw it. I had to DM him, and I'd be like, dude, Destiny is challenging you to a debate right now. Like, this is insane. So I actually knew it was happening like a day before everyone else did, but I forgot. I literally woke up that morning. I totally forgot what had happened the night before, because this had all happened after Hours, after John's one stream. It was completely separate to everything else that just happened that night. Yeah, it was completely late. I don't even know how Destiny saw you, dude. Like, I still have no clue how Destiny just randomly, like, instantly found you or whatever.
He didn't even know, like, my channel that well when we spoke, so, like,
yeah, it's not like he was, like, a viewer or something, you know?
From me, it's not like it got a lot of likes or retweets. And like, the thing is, I already called out Destiny in the clip that I posted like a couple days prior.
Yeah,
and that got more interaction, yet he didn't respond to that. So it might have just been because I was like aggressive and I said that he only did it for the pussy.
Yeah, somebody might have linked it to him or something.
That probably, you know, set him off.
Well, you know, Destiny's got like his entire audience, like they got a very different relationship between like us and our audiences or something, because like his audience is like, he'll like, his streams are basically just like entire conversations with his audience. Like they'll go and scour the internet for like clips to find and people to find or whatever. So he probably had one of his audience or whatever just like scour through your clip or whatever, send it to him. He took offense to it because you were, you know, you're kind of calling out his intentions there, and then he was like, okay, well, come on the show. So you guys went on his stream Saturday afternoon. Nick had done his restream, and what ended up happening, I think I had a tweet that summarized the event's days pretty well. So, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here's my tweet. I said, so Destiny debated Bowblax. Then Destiny went on to debate Tommy C and Nick. Now Bowblax is debating No Bullshit, while Destiny's talking to Flamenco, waiting to debate No Bullshit. And then later on, JXE, another YouTuber who had called out No Bullshit, went on to go after No Bullshit. Later on, Destiny had like left the conversation, whatever, and then we all came on to talk to No Bull. So it's just this crazy like circumvention of just like YouTubers and streamers going on. It started, you know, Destiny's a political guy, but the conversation you guys had was not inherently political at all.
No, it's not political.
But it quickly went into that when Tommy got involved, and then No Bullshit came on and stuff like that. So it's just like it became very familiar turf, I think, for Destiny. He had this very famous stream, I'd remembered it, which was when he went on the Kumite like 2 years ago, and it was a 1v5 between him, Warski, Medicur, Tonka, some other people, I think Brittany Venti. It was like this very famous 1v5 stream, and basically it was like a replication of that moment, but instead of like the Skeptics, it was the Legion. So it was literally, and he had clipped that separately as well. So we're gonna have a lot of content to review.
My drivers fucking up resulted in you know, Nick fighting No Bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, I sacrificed... If you guys were disappointed by last episode of After Hours, I sacrificed myself to create all of this other stuff. So
well, I don't think many people were disappointed. The stream still got very good ratings. It got good playbacks, actually. It's the VOD is at 4K views or whatever, which is, you know, I noticed we got like a big surge of viewers or something during the Anti-O stuff and then the Susie Lou stuff, but it seems like for the most part we've kept our crowd. So I'd just like to, you know, thank you all for that. In the past month we were kind of looking at the numbers a bit. We've seen, you know, some new viewers come over, so it's pretty cool to see that happen. Today on the show, we're going to be taking a look at the Destiny versus Bowblax debate, as well as, you know, taking a look at the Spurg Fest he had with Nick and Tommy. We take a look at John Swan's moment, as well as a little mini Bloodsports I had on that stream. Tfue versus Ninja, some John want to take a look at. Alinity Unbanned, as well as some other stuff, some smaller stuff to take a look at. A little bit of a follow-up to my Jeffree Star video I did earlier today. Check that out, by the way. Jeffree Star, the video I had done on him, it's already sitting at, I believe, 1,000 playbacks, which is, I didn't expect this video that I put out today to do well at all. It's not really, you know, it's not like it's blowing up or anything, but it is doing better than I thought it would, since it's T-drama. And I don't really do T-drama on this channel, but I did want to talk about the corruption of Jeffree Star, and we'll talk a little bit about that on this stream, but I really go into details, like a 20-minute video. It's more done kind of like the After Hours podcast. Is more informal and to the points and stuff like that. I actually thought it was one of my best videos I had done in a long time, if you want to know the truth, so be sure to check that out. Of course, if you want to support the program, streamlabs.com/AugieRFC Super Chat is open as well. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and look out for the videos and clips over at Red Fox Comms. Special shout out to my buddy who's doing some great content. We shouted him out last week, but I thought I'd carry that over this week. He's been doing nightly streams. My buddy, some of you know him, ExedPanda, my buddy Ben. He does some interesting streams, some gameplay and shit. He usually brings on people that you might be familiar with on this show, like Nick was on for a little bit last night, Aiden Projects, Linead. We play a lot of Warzone, CSGO, GTA, all the good stuff. A lot of the stuff I used to do in this channel, Ben does over here, so if you can go check out his channel, there's the link right there, youtube.com/ExedPanda. He's on about every night, 4 hours after hours, so it's pretty late night stuff, but if you're up, or if you're in a different, if you're in a different time zone or whatever, I'm usually there as well, so go check that out. Always gotta shout out my friends. As you know, it's a little bit harder to grow your streams on YouTube, although I don't know how true that is nowadays. I don't know. Either way, go check out my friend. Always like to give a shout out to the boys. Okay, show plugging out of the way, and yeah, be sure to like. I think I already said that, but hit like. It helps us out a lot. Shout out to the chat to Abyss Walker Rat, Cats99, Jada, who is still unmodded, by the way, just thought I'd point that out. Insans, Beast Ghost, Think Blast, Ghost Shark, Two Guys in a Podcast, Toastify, Chokin Doberman, OG Lush, What's Going On, October's Trick, Hanzo, and one more in here, BLT. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Alright. Let's move on. Let's begin. This was something somebody had mentioned to me just briefly. We're going to go over a couple small things, small little stories as, we wait for the crowd to come in here before we go into, I think we'll go into Destiny first, since that's in the title. But before we do that, somebody mentioned to me that apparently iDubbbz had made some comments about the simp stuff in a recent video. I don't know why he's continuing to address this, considering that nobody really cares, but somebody told me to check it out, so I decided, sure, why not? We'll check it out on the air. Oops, wrong link. That's Ben's channel. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Right here. Somebody told me iDubbbz had made some subtle comments.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I've formulated the start of this video to give off the most alpha energy so that it's undeniable. Undeniable that I'm not a simp. You see that? Farmer's tan. That's a sign of a farmer. You wouldn't call a farmer a simp, would you? Harvesting soy on their tractors. You wouldn't call that simp, would you? Stop calling me simp. Those are all your ball sacks in a row. 3 ball sacks in a row. Now they're all leaking seminal fluid onto the floor. Every single simp, I just love busting out this knife. It's badass. You know where I got this, guys? You gave it to me. Probably someone who's pissed off at me right now is probably the same person who sent me this knife in bad unboxing. This is a good chance. In today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do a really cool foreign magic trick involving a live animal.
Okay, then he goes into his video. I think, yeah, I don't even know, it started off funny or whatever, I don't know why he's still talking all this shit. It gets him in trouble. Look at that dislike bar, and yes, I am there, and you'll see the reason why I'm there. I actually dislike this for a good reason. I'm not adding to the crowd, I had my reason, and it's right about here. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of am, but come on now.
It's funny, if a video starts getting a mass amount of dislikes, even if I like the video, I like to add to the pie.
It's so satisfying,
shit,
dude. Yeah. No, honestly, look, everyone was champion for YouTube to remove the dislike button. Really, the only button they should be removing is the like button, right? Because it's so much more fun to dislike a video than it is to click like. It's oh wow, you clicked like. Okay, that's useless. Disliking has got so much more of an impact, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, the dislike one should be removed. But there's a reason why I dislike this right here. Bye. I still love thoughts, e-girls, sluts, and hussies. No. I'm breaking the rules there.
No e-girls!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The only point I feel he breaks character.
Bowblax is okay, I understand now. Yeah, it's warranted. It's warranted. Sorry, iDubbbz, you posted cringe. Abbas Walker Raptor 5 says Kim Jong-un is game ended and Bowblax beats Destiny in a debate. What a timeline. I thought he was okay. Is he confirmed dead?
I think he's okay now.
You know what the best part about that is that everybody was nutting to his sister, thinking about her domination or whatever. Here's what I was thinking, right? If his sister becomes the leader of North Korea, it's gonna be she's gonna be yeah, I'm gonna be the woman that nukes America. She's immediately just gonna be trying to wipe us off the map instantly, to
Don't trust women, they will nuke us.
Yeah, exactly. Trump
because
claims
women are emotional. She's gonna emotionally press that nuke button.
Yeah, I mean, women act on emotion, so if she gets
period and then click the nuke button.
Exactly. It's not gonna work properly. So
jokes, of course. No misogyny here.
Wow. No, I'm just. Something else funny that I'd noticed about the story was Trump had been I wish the best for him and for his health or something in the news. Oh, man. Fuzzer32 says, happy number 200 to the both of ya. Here's to 2,000 more. Hey, well, I have no plans to stop. I don't ever see this show really stopping unless it was stop being successful or whatever. Or the fateful day comes when Bowblax stabs the whole entire program in the back. So, be on the lookout for that. Mike the Bike through 5 says, the only point I feel he breaks character is when he says, a fan who's pissed at me sent me his knife. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know, he's obviously, bothered by it. That's why he keeps bringing it back up. Everyone forgot about this again, which is, they forgot about it originally. He brought it up in that video, and then they forgot about it again. Now he's bringing it up again. I don't know. I just don't see the point. Anyway. Jeffree Star, just a couple things I wanted to comment on in relation to today's video. There was an old video of his that had leaked that I had not talked about in the video. Somebody, oh Jesus, I might want to turn down the volume booster there. I just found a disturbing old video of Jeffree Star and his friend recording a drunk guy as he's vomiting and not very coherent. Trigger warning, vomiting. So there you go, guys. If you don't like vomit, you might not want to tune in. But anyway, I had heard some very interesting things happen in this video, so I thought we'd give it a little look. It's on not YouTube, Metatube. So
Metatube. What the fuck?
I don't even know what this is.
It's like BitChute for other
for
people?
T community. I don't know.
BitChute for people who aren't Nazis.
I know girls are mad that I have no makeup on and I still look goddamn better than them. Don't hate, bitch, because you nasty and I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend. Okay, bitch!
People unironically like this. Like girls literally watch this and are like, yeah! Did they like it? Why?
Thank you.
So usually after we sleep with people, we want them out of our house, and this guy passed out in my bathroom, and he won't wake up, and I'm gonna kill myself.
So we're gonna get him the fuck out of here.
Did you love fucking me? You did, huh?
Yeah, wake up, please. Hi. Wake up.
You thought Chris Brown was bad. Come on. Wake up.
Whoa.
Please, praise God.
Oh, I can feel it coming. Put the dinner away if you're eating while you're watching this. Aww. Why is he recording this? You remember when everyone freaked out that Onision...
Why is this good content? Like, oh yeah, people are gonna love watching this guy fucking vomit.
He also says, like, you thought Chris Brown was that, and then, like, was like, did you enjoy fucking me? Now, he alleges in the Chris Hansen interview yesterday that there was no sex, it was just a joke, or whatever. I'll leave you guys if you want to press exit out on that one or not. I don't know. But, like, you remember when everyone, like, freaked out about Onision? They were like, he recorded Shiloh while she was having a breakdown or whatever. This is what this reminds me of. It's like, why you have the camera
people are
out?
gonna, like, buy Jeffree Star makeup and be like, oh my god, Jeffree Star's a saint. So,
yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, how good is the makeup? Like, I wouldn't know the first thing or two about that, obviously.
Apparently,
but
it's like the best makeup out there that you can get. I mean, still regardless, like, I like Nintendo, but if fucking Miyamoto's like, you know.
I like how we're like, yeah, makeup? Nah, we're like Nintendo, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I just ate Augie,
Miyamoto comes out with an allegation. Ah, fuck. I gotta stop buying Animal Crossing shit.
I gave you guys a warning. I said if you're eating, because I know a lot of people, for some reason, people love to eat dinner while they're watching the show. I'm like, usually, this is why I try to leave like this stuff to the later part of the show, so I can assume that most of you are done eating. But I mean, hey, I let you guys know ahead of time. It's your fault.
Do you have alcohol poisoning? Oh, Lord.
This is pretty nasty, though.
Get it out, girl. Get it out.
That's hot.
It's hot.
He's just trying to get it out, girl.
It's so hot right now. I wish she was puking on my face.
Yeah.
These guys are so horny. What the fuck?
So degenerate.
Yes, bitch. Oh, get it.
Imagine you're the guy in this situation, fucking thrown up, and you just have some guy in the background like, yeah, why don't you vomit on my face? That's so sexy. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. This man fucking vomited.
These are the degenerates that people just give them a pass every single time. I mean, you had enough ammunition to make a strong case against Jeffree without Davi. I mean, just look at James Charles or whatever. Davi only shows that it's definitely more interesting of a situation and potentially more more damning. But you already had a case against this guy, and people for some reason just Well, you know, like you'll have Shane Dawson do the 50th like documentary on this guy, you know. It's so wonderful. It's so great. The wonderful world of Jeffree Star.
Yeah, the beautiful world of Jeffree Star. So beautiful.
What's beautiful about any of this? I don't understand.
The fucking money and the fame. The beautiful thing that he showcases is all the fans screaming at him, so.
How much money does Jeffree Star have? He's a
multi-million.
Okay, he's got 75 to 150 million according to this random
so it's
site
not
on
like
Google.
multi-million by like 2 million. It's like multi-million by a lot. Like he's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously not billionaire, but.
Milk in the chat says, I have an iron stomach, Augie. When you said to stop eating, I went and got Cheez-Its to show my alpha male strength as I eat while watching a man vomit uncontrollably. Well, have fun proving your manlyhood to a chat full of retards.
Yeah.
You showed them now. We're all bowing down to you, bro. You're eating Cheez-Its while watching this? Bruh. I'm just joking.
Oh. That shit's fucking wetter than the Little Mermaid's pussy. Don't drink.
Who says that?
Please.
Jeffree Star. He's a weird individual. Like, I mean, and
you
this
remember when
me
I said
being,
like
homophobic or whatever? Like, he's,
yeah,
like,
I know.
Weird even beyond like that, and not that that's
even
weird.
Beyond, dude. I know he's
But,
gay,
like,
but like even worse. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, yeah.
But no, like here's like you remember on Friday when I said like you take like one look at the guy and you're like, this is a sketchy dude. This is what I'm talking about.
He's a weirdo.
And what?
Don't drink and buck.
And sick.
Amen.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Is that a bear ass?
Roxy, grab his hand.
They're literally like, he's blackout, like drunk, like fucking dying, and these guys are just filming them like an animal, dude.
Yeah.
Crawl like
diva.
crawl like my dog. Okay, down the stairs. Pull your pants up. Please. Don't choke in your vomit. I don't want you to die. I'm gonna kill you first.
This is disgusting.
They're just filming him like trying to do everything on his own instead of, you know, actually helping him.
What is even in like is this content? Because that's what he said on Chris Hansen. He was like, we would do crazy stuff on the camera. You know, we whip it out. Like, who's watching this? I don't understand. What's the show? What's the
Yeah, you Augie, you've never been as big as Jeffree Star. You just don't know what real entertainment is, dude. This is clearly.
I guess. Yeah, we got to stop doing the podcast. Just start filming each other.
Yeah, we gotta start getting drunk and doing only Use Me Blade type streams, dude. I think that I guess a lot of views.
I suppose so. Here are the old tweets in the situation, by the way. I think Nick had posted, with the whole James Charles thing. I'd mentioned that you could make a strong case against him even before the Davi Vanity stuff. What is this right here? There's a reason that Nathan banned James Charles from ever coming to our home again. There's a reason why I haven't seen him since Taddy's birthday in February. He's a danger to society. Everything Taddy said is 100% true. Of course, referencing the Taddy video that she did on James Charles, which later was debunked. This was tweeted on May 12th. Why is your brother a predator? Why you really moved back to NYC? Exactly, shut the fuck up. This is in response to James Charles' brother. Here he is calling James a predator on Twitter. And now these two are working together again. Which tells you two things, right? It tells you James is a sucker. And it also tells you that this guy is he's a dishonest shill. He'll say whatever needs to be said, for whatever reason, but completely flip on that a year later. Like, you know, how do you go from calling your business partner and somebody you would later call like a brother, like a child rapist 1 year, and then a brother the next year? Because that's literally what happened with Davi Vanity. And now you're having you saw it happen again last year, prior to the Davi Vanity stuff being leaked, or being brought to public interest or whatever. I mean, this guy is really he's one of the worst YouTubers on the platform. And how many subs does he have? Let me whip up his channel. I'm curious. Jeffrey...
The thing is, it isn't even about his YouTube channel being big. He makes majority of his money off his makeup empire. So, like, even if his YouTube channel was terminated, like, he would be fine.
I'm not arguing for him to get terminated, because that wouldn't really... That's pointless. It wouldn't do anything, and also...
But, like I'm just saying, his YouTube isn't, like, his main thing. Like, he's not necessarily, like, a YouTuber. He's more so, like,
yeah, but it does go to show that, you know, some of your top creators, because that's what a lot of people were saying in the Onision stuff. They were like, wow, Onision's got a bunch of subs, and he's, you know, doing all this degenerate shit or whatever. I mean, Jeffrey's got 18 mil.
Yeah.
So, there you go. We read a couple super chats. Gaming Otter through 2 says, I wanted it to be a Will Sasso. What's that? I don't understand what that means. Mike the Bike through 5 says, the only point I feel he breaks character is when he says, a fan who's pissed at me sent me this knife. Okay, I already read that one. Hangsight through 1 says, Augie or whatever RFC. Gaming Otter through 2 says, are you taking any callers? Maybe later. I don't have much content planned for tonight. I did like very, very, very minimal prep, which is kind of funny because it's the 200th show and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
If I need content, I guess, yeah, we'll take callers or whatever. I kind of look at that as like callers just, in my opinion, like, it kind of halts the progression of the show. I think what I'll be doing for callers, because there's like a large demand to bring that whole segment back, is I think I'll be taking callers on the non-podcast streams more often. Whereas on these streams, you know, we'll keep it strictly more to the topics. Anyway, that being said, that's your little Jeffree Star fix right there. If you want to watch my video on it, which I thought was one of my best videos I've put out in a while, you can go check out, the link is right here. It is called, what is it called? Let me load it up. It is Jeffree Star lied on Chris Hansen, Davi Vanity. So go check that out right there. It's currently sitting at 1K views. Thank you very much for that. I didn't think it would do well because it's T-shit, and I don't think anyone in my audience really cares. But I wanted to talk about it because I actually do care about this story. I think it's interesting. I think it's fascinating. And I think there's going to be a lot more to come from it. But moving along, our final little short thing before we get into the Destiny thing is, this is something I decided to include in here. A little goof that that Einabber had made on a recent video. I'm pretty sure it's more innocent than I'm gonna portray it, but I thought it was kind of funny. Let's play this.
Is that a swimming pool? How old are these kids? You've got a swimming pool in your garden, mate. I've got two toilets in my flat, and I thought I'm doing well. But you've got a built-in swimming pool. I'm done. I'm done. Unless you want to invite me into the hype house, maybe I'm not. This is my audition for the hype. No, it's not. I'm fucking 94. I can't hang out near kids. I am not. I'm Alex.
What? Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. No. Oh no. Let me play that part again, just in case you missed it.
Fucking 94. I can't hang out near kids. I am not. I'm Alex.
Now, I think what he's referencing here is that, you know, when Alex takes pictures with fans, they're all kids or whatever. But it came off really funny. At least from that clip. Maybe it made more sense in the video, but I just thought I'd play that right there, especially since he just got snaked by that old crew. I don't hang out with kids. I'm not Alex. What? Oh my god. There you go. There you go. By the way, I just got word, SM Creepshow Art, who's a YouTuber I was not familiar with until yesterday. We actually followed each other. She just tweeted out my video, said this is a great response, to be honest. So shout out to SM Creepshow. Glad they enjoyed.
Nice.
There we go. See, I'm becoming part of the T community now.
I thought you knew about Creepshow Art.
I might have heard of her before from Nick, but I never really, like, I didn't, like, I've never seen one of her vids or whatever. Like, I haven't, like, you know, gone through, like, the, you know, just started watching a bunch, so.
Yeah, I like her.
But yeah, I'd seen her. The reason why she caught my interest yesterday was because she had done, like, she, like, basically cut, like, a promo on Chris Hansen on Edwin's stream, which I was going to play. I was also going to play him, Repson's conversation with Keemstar yesterday, but Edwin delisted the stream. And I did DM him. Maybe if he's online, he sends me a link to the stream and we can watch it tonight. I also DM'd Repsion for a copy of it, but he doesn't have one. He actually wanted a copy too, so. it's whatever. It's whatever. But good to see people like my video. Cool shit. Okay, let's move on. Destiny.
Yep.
Destiny. So
it's so weird that this even happened.
Yeah, so
in
she
the
like
first
says
place.
Yeah.
Let alone like me, I guess, winning, right? Like, if you would think like like a couple days ago in your head, Bowblax debating Destiny, you would think that like whatever the topic is, Destiny would like crush me, but that wasn't really the case here.
Yeah, I'll be the first, look, I know I talk about like debate class or whatever, but look, I'll speak for myself here. I'm not like, the best debater, world class. I'm pretty good when I'm focused, but my problems always came in the fact, like, I was more into like the speaking part, and most of the debate that I did actually was more congressional debate, which was a group debate, which I worked a lot better in than solo debates. And of course that translates over to YouTube. Even on dumb topics like YouTube, I still, have a bit of a hard time. I think you're kind of similar to me. Like, we're really good when we're focused, but here's the thing about Destiny and his debates, for those of you who don't know. I don't know how many of you guys pay attention to that whole sphere of YouTube or whatever, but Destiny, he's very sharp, focused, and he's able to control the room. Now, a lot of his debates, he'll, shift the goalpost or whatever, and try to, really kind of, he's got some interesting debate tactics. I'm not saying that's all of his debates or that he only wins because of that or whatever. But what I am saying is that, he's not just like a flawless debater. But he is good. And he ends up, whether he's right or wrong on a topic, he ends up looking better regardless. I mean, we're talking about a guy who beat another guy in a debate where he was pro-incest. Not that he is pro-incest, but he was arguing for that side, playing devil's advocate, and he won. So, I mean, that should tell you. I mean, who could pick a side that's like pro-incest and successfully like convince people, like, yeah, I can kind of see that kind of makes sense compared to what the other guy is saying, who's anti-incest, who I would normally be on their side, but you are literally making more sense, To be fair, he was going up against No Bullshit. So let's just get that out of the way first.
No Bullshit's a pretty bad debater.
But I mean, I'm just saying, look, Destiny is interesting to me. I think I would not go and say that he's a bad debater at all. So when Bowblax, when it was announced that he would be thrust into a room with it, I was actually curious. I was a little worried at first, and I offered to go on the stream with you, but I guess y'all had already like scheduled it, which I'm totally fine with. I think it worked out better that it was just one-on-one.
Yeah, plus people had their like group debate afterwards, so we got best of both worlds in that scenario.
Yeah, it really worked out the best way possible. So if you guys are unfamiliar with what the debate was on, we had covered this on Friday, but Destiny had kind of, actually me and Nick had kind of debated this before, Nick debating in Destiny's side or whatever. I'd basically said, or rather Destiny had said, like, the Invader V girl who was sitting there begging for money, she actually like said nothing wrong. It was the way she said it that was wrong, but her actual argument that if you've got, like $5, you're watching a bunch of people, you ought to sub, he agreed with that point. And I disagree. I don't think you're entitled to shit. I've seen viewers in here that watched me for like a year. And I can't recall a time that they've donated, but it's not like I look at that and be like, you've been around on this channel for a while, you really ought to, start tossing some bucks or what. I don't care. You can watch hundreds of hours of my content and not, spend a dime. There could be the argument made that you maybe should, but I'm not going to be the one to argue that. I don't care. I've got plenty of other people who support me, who donate or whatever. I don't need every single person, to be like, okay, well, you've been around here for this amount of time, so you ought to really, cough up a little bit of cash. I don't care. I don't think so. And I think that that's the normal stance to take. I think Destiny, he really takes, a lot of pleasure in taking the unpopular position and trying to win to sort of flex that big brain of his, and I think he was just a little bit too out of line here. I feel like he genuinely believes
his position, though. I don't feel like he's just taking it as like a devil's advocate point.
I do think a lot of this is like a lot of like mental like masturbation, a lot of like mental flexing or whatever, just being like, yeah, let me take a chunk out of this kid here. Bowblax, argued this side that nobody on the internet supports. I mean, the clip where he had said this opinion, it got shit on by his own audience. Like, even his own people were like, wait a minute, what? But one thing I will say about Destiny is he does not flip to the popular opinion to maintain a positive like ratio from his audience or whatever. I mean, he had gone after all the socialists or whatever in his audience or whatever. I mean, that's where the money's at. You preach to them all that bullshit or whatever, they will eat it up and they will pay you for it. He went against that. So I don't think this guy is a grifter by any means. I just think he likes to flex. I think he gets enjoyment out of it, regardless of whether he, genuinely agrees with the position or not. Like I said, he's not actually in support of, incest or whatever. But I think he likes to, flex the unpopular opinion.
If he's not in support of something, like, he will outright say, he's like, I'm just arguing for this point, and I'm not actually for it. He's actually for the point that he argued against me.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, is entitled, but I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to hate someone for having that opinion. I just disagree with it, which is why I discussed it with him. He thought, like, the clip from Invader V was not controversial at all, which kind of just blows my mind, which is kind of the main discussion point that we had.
Yeah, he was saying some interesting shit. I guess we should go ahead and give it a start here.
Yeah, so she says it right there.
Wait, RFC socialists have no money, so that's a smart tactic to alienate them on his part. Nah, when you preach a lot of that, bullshit that, gives people like a promising future or whatever, people will hand out loads of money for that shit. Like, you'd be surprised. I watch some of them, and I see they get big super chats or whatever from their audience. People eat that shit up and they pay for it. So, I think when he's alienating a huge part of his audience, I think that's obviously counterintuitive, to his monetary, aspirations. Not that he doesn't get paid a lot. He gets showered in shekels, don't get me wrong. But he might be getting paid a little bit more if he had just gone full on, lefty. He's, more... He's, in my opinion, from what I've seen, he's a lot more reasonable than people you might associate with that camp. But anyway, that's getting into the political side. This is not a political debate.
The weird part about Destiny's take here is that I honestly don't think, like, Destiny's a greedy person. Like, I don't think he's, like, begging people for subs or
I think he's entitled. I agree with Tommy's thing.
Yeah, I think he's entitled. I don't think he's, like, greedy for subs. So.
Yeah.
Just to make that point clear.
But yeah. By the way, before we start the clip, I just got word that we are shadow banned again. What are you gonna do? It just happens randomly. Sucks to suck. Please shout the stream. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's just kind of random at this point, but...
Yeah, I can tell. But we'll go ahead and give it a start right here.
There.
There's... Oh yeah, this is the gotcha
right
clip
there.
that they played at the beginning of the video for the archive. They, like, all of Destiny's videos, they have, like, a little gotcha moment where, like, Destiny looks really good. His only gotcha moment was me, like, needing, like, a couple seconds to process something. That's it.
Yeah.
I find that kind of interesting. Let me listen to that one more time. Yo, what's up? Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. What's up?
Okay. What's up, dude?
How you doing, Bowblax?
I'm doing pretty good. So, you were reacting to a tweet where I was quote tweeting a clip from Memology where you called one of your viewers a inbred dipshit fuckhead for saying that you need a computer and home internet to watch Twitch. And to me, it's just kind of mind-blowing that you would defend this girl to that extent to where you would call your viewers that when what he said wasn't necessarily untrue.
So I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think my general... Firstly, I call my viewers all sorts of shit, okay? Secondly, I think it's safe to assume, I think the general argument we're making is that people that sit and watch, like, streams on Twitch all day are probably doing better socioeconomically on average than, like, the average American is. Like, if you've got time to sit and watch Twitch streams, if you've played video games growing up, you're probably doing a little bit better than the average person. I don't think that's that disagreeable of a statement. I think someone in chat was saying, what if you don't own your computer or pay for internet? Like, what if you go to, like, a library and watch Twitch streams? Which I don't think is the average use case scenario. So I think I call that guy an inbred dipshit fuck stick or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he said library specifically. I know that when you were reacting to his comment, the guy actually said library. I think the guy said, like, computer and home internet, and Destiny, like, re-paraphrased it to say library. It wouldn't make sense if he was saying library now anyways, because he can't go to the library during the pandemic, but...
Yeah. I don't know. They don't even let you do that shit in most libraries. Go on Twitch?
Yeah, like, why... What? Like, I don't know.
Well, that's not the argument being made, though. Like nobody's saying like the majority of Twitch audiences are just, you know, kids watching in a library or whatever.
Yeah, that's something Destiny brought up when he was referring to the comment in the other clip, not...
I think I compared this whole situation. I was more like, look, technically, and this was the argument that Nick made, is that when you extract what she said, like, yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense to say when a streamer's asking you to sub and you're like, I got no money, but you're on Twitch, like, it's reasonable to assume you at least have like $5. You're not literally broke.
Yeah, but no one uses afford in a way that is literal. People use it as like, oh, I can't afford it. It's a nice way of saying
no. Like the example I gave on Friday was like if you're walking down the street, right, and some really sketchy homeless dude, like normally when homeless people, you know, come up, I give them money or whatever, just because I'm like, okay, whatever, I can afford to do this. They need it more than me anyway. But sometimes, you know, a really sketchy homeless dude will show up and I'm just like, nah, I don't know about this one. And he'll be like, hey, you know, he'll ask for a donation or something, and even though I'll have like maybe like a 5 or 10 or 20 in my wallet or whatever, I'll just be like, nah, I don't actually have any money on me. Like I'll lie, which is technically wrong because I do have money on me. I just don't want to give it to that person, but I don't want to just straight up be like, nah, I have money, but I'm not giving it to you. Because nobody does that in a social situation. And it is different on Twitch because, you know, you're behind a screen. But like when you're chilling in a streamer's chat, and she's asking you to sub, and you're like, nah, you're probably going to say something like, well, I don't really have any money. Even though that's technically not true, because you're just trying not to be, like, overtly rude about it, you know?
Yeah, I don't even think that's the case the majority of the time. I mean, people use the word I can't afford as just kind of like a figure of speech to where, I can't afford it in my budget or it wouldn't be financially responsible for me to do it. Not that I literally can't afford, like if it was life or death, give me $5 or you die. Obviously, they could give $5 probably. But yeah, he's taken like afford extremely literally, I feel.
Yeah.
Said no home internet.
Oh, sorry. I paused it because I thought you were still speaking, but you're in the video.
Yeah, or computer, which a lot of people, especially poor people who watch Twitch and YouTube, can, you know, watch it without a home internet or computer.
Do you think this is the average Twitch viewer?
See, this is the part where you should have said, well, actually, Destiny, proportionally, black people have less money, poor black people have less money than rich white people, so
oh my God.
Just go full JonTron, just completely, he's like, what the fuck, whoa.
Completely.
Yeah, just straight up.
Holy shit.
Is somebody that can't afford a computer?
I don't think it's...
I keep thinking you're speaking, so I pause it just in the video.
I don't think it's the vast majority, but I think it's like a big part of the Twitch and YouTube viewer base.
Put a percentage on it. When you say a big part, you mean like 60%? What do you mean like 5%?
I mean like maybe like 30%. It's obviously just a guess.
Yeah, sure. So just so we can be clear, if I were to take 10 random Twitch viewers, you think 3 of those viewers can't afford home internet and don't have their own computer? You really think that's true?
Maybe a little less. I mean, 10 is a very small pool, but if you'd say
okay,
like
if I took
100,
100,
maybe a couple thousand, yeah.
Okay, that's astounding to me that you would believe that.
Well, I believe that based on the how many people watch YouTube and Twitch on mobile.
Okay, if you're on
majority of people.
But if you're on mobile, wouldn't that put, first of all, I don't know if that's the majority of people. I have to go and check my analytics.
It is for YouTube. I'm not sure about Twitch, but I would assume it would be.
There's probably a lot more PC users on Twitch. I gotta be real with you. Here's the deal. Twitch communities, like, they shit talk the mobile app all the time. They're like, if you're on Twitch mobile, like, what the hell's wrong with you? And, you know, Twitch is like a largely gaming oriented, like, community or whatever. Like, the website is built for gaming. Obviously, you can do politics now on Twitch, or you can go outside and do IRL on Twitch or whatever, but primarily it is gaming, right? And that's going to attract more of a PC crowd than a mobile crowd, whereas YouTube, it just brings in such a, not just mobile, but younger audience. And kids, they don't have PCs, they got phones, they got tablets. Every kid has like 9-year-olds have phones now. So in fairness to Destiny here, he's probably shocked to hear more people on YouTube use mobile. But if you really think about it, you know, yeah, from his perspective as a Twitcher, it makes more sense.
I feel like even on Twitch, it might be more mobile. It's just that if you watch on mobile, you're probably not going to type in chat.
Yeah,
it's very inconvenient to type in chat on mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What's up, N-Word Gaming? How you doing, bro?
Similar.
Okay.
For YouTube, the vast majority, like I would say like 80% is mobile.
Is that unique to your audience, or?
That's not, no, that's just in general. Maybe 80% is a little bit of stretching, maybe like 70%. But yeah, vast majority of viewers on YouTube is mobile.
Okay, even if that was true, wouldn't those people be doing probably even better if they have a cell phone that is like capable of watching streams and they've got like the money to pay for the data to support it?
Okay, well, let's put it this way. So if you don't have a computer and you only have a phone and you can't afford internet, it would be cheaper and more effective for that poor person to get a cheap phone and a cheap data plan and use it sparingly, or just use it like there's unlimited plans and stuff. That would be cheaper overall than buying a computer and
but if you get
internet.
if you get a cheap phone, I mean, or I'm sorry, not a cheap phone. If you get a cheap plan, then you're going to be paying per gigabyte for data. Have you ever?
You can get like a. You can get a. We looked this up on stream. You can get a what did they call it? A dataless plan, not dataless, but like unlimited data. You can get an unlimited data plan for like $30 a month on like Sprint or something. It's probably not gonna be that good for $30 a month, but it's you can. And for Twitch, you don't even need that much bandwidth to watch a stream. You need a lot to stream actually, but to watch, you don't even need that much. Like I remember like one time I was in like the. We were in like the mountains in Colorado, and I was in like the middle of like the woods or something, and Nick went live, so I just started tuning in for a bit. Obviously it was like 144p and it didn't look pretty, but I could still tune in and watch and chat.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
listen to him. So, and I'm on like AT&T, which their coverage in like Colorado is like shit. So
yeah, the barrier to entry is on Twitch and YouTube is like very, very low.
Yeah, it's not like 2012 anymore like where you. I remember the days, dude. I remember the days where you would load a video and occasionally it would buffer. That's how bad it used to be. Nowadays, like if a video buffers, that means the internet's down. That's only when that happens now. We never like I remember that some days I used to like load up YouTube videos back in the old days, and I would actually have to like leave it like sitting there for 5-10 minutes or whatever, just so like the little like you see that little like gray here, the buffer thing.
Yeah.
So it could like reach out a little bit so I could watch it. So the video wasn't buffering every 2 minutes. It's not like that anymore. Things got better. Technology improved. We're not there anymore. So anybody can tune into a stream.
Yeah,
now.
You could get like a very cheap phone, like let's say like $100, then pay $30 a month for the unlimited, and there you go. That's infinitely cheaper than home internet and a desktop or a laptop or whatever.
But had a data plan before that's not unlimited?
Yes, but a lot of plans are unlimited or a decent amount of gigabytes, like 10 or more gigabytes per month. And you can watch Twitch without using a lot of gigabytes of data. You can watch it like audio, and that's what a lot of people actually do. Like they listen to Twitch streams. They
so you keep saying these numbers like a lot, and I just don't.
Yes.
They feels very weaselly. So my rough understanding is if you
understand how that was weaselly at all.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Because like he was saying like theoretical numbers too. He was like majority of people have this amount of income or whatever. We're talking in like estimates. None of us are having exact numbers. So when I say a lot, I'm like obviously paraphrasing or what have you. So I don't know why he said that was a weaselly. If he wanted me to clarify by saying another number, I would have said another number, but I just used a lot in those sentences because I was trying to
Well, Pegasus in the chat throwing some shade. Destiny seems very, very low IQ. Hey, you want to debate him right now, bro? Bro, get on, bro. Debate right now, yo.
Debate.
Dude, he's gonna call your ass out. You better show up.
Yeah, there seems to be like this like theme going into it that I kind of noticed after the fact, listening back.
Yeah.
To where, by the way, before this debate happened, he said he would be 5 minutes, but then he left his computer for 15 minutes instead.
Nice.
What people are theorizing, I don't know if I necessarily buy into it, but people were theorizing that he was like looking at my Invader V video, watching at 2x speed, trying to see what I was about. And from this comment right here where he said I was Weasley and some other comments later in the debate, I felt like he was trying to pin me as like some sort of like dishonest, like, leech drama YouTuber.
They call it a bad faith actor.
Yeah. Because he does attack my content later on, which I find interesting, I guess.
Wow, Pegasus says, I'd smash him any day. Inward Gaming says, I will debate him.
N-Word Gaming versus Destiny, dude.
Holy
Wait, can we get
shit.
that? significantly start that.
Yeah, I am shadow banned. You can tell because like the viewership was going up, and then they like cuck it around 230 or whatever. Normally we'd be having like 300 people. It's not like, look, I don't want to sound like, you know, condescending, like only 200 viewers. Nah, but I am saying, yeah, it's obvious that they're shadow banning us again. So the best y'all can do if you want to help me out is share it. But look, these are the times. It's the virus. You got to do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's keep going. Actually, so we've seen like 4 minutes of it right here. Do we want to speed it up a little bit? Move on to a different part?
Sure, we could put out 1.5 or something.
Well, I don't mean speed it up like that. I mean like, you know, fast forward.
Skip around. I mean, I don't think there's any like necessarily dull points in the debate, except maybe when we're checking out the clip. But I would say that's kind of like vital in terms of someone who would want to, you know, argue for a pro-Destiny stance on who won this debate.
Yeah, we'll play it for a bit more, and then I'll take it to a segment that I want to talk about, because there is one part that I want to discuss here.
Gigabyte plan, that's like 10 hours of video. That's a month. Okay, I don't know. So I've been...
Yeah, but you could stream it at like 122p and then just listen to it.
Yeah, but how many people are just... Okay, so you're telling me that of these 10,000 people, 3,000 of them are on mobile because they can't afford internet, but they have a 10 gigabyte plan, but they only listen on audio only. Do you realize that you're talking about a very, very, very small portion of the internet? And even if you did cut that down to like whatever, one...
Yeah, that's a good point, Sentient Burrito. Where is he getting these numbers from? Every time somebody talks about numbers in a debate, he's always like, show me stats, show me a statistic. He never does that here.
Yeah, these are very opinionated numbers. He thinks it's a very
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
I think it's a higher percentage.
Wait, I mean, yeah, you can go off, you know, your natural assumption, but every time anyone else does that in a debate with him, like Count Dankula did that once in a debate where he was like, I forget what the exact point was, but he'd basically like gone off like what he assumed was the answer, and Destiny was like, no, you need a stat, which is a fair question, you know, if you're going to state facts, you should provide a stat.
And guess who's the only one who brought stats?
Oh no!
Me with more mobile users.
There you go. That's true.
So, yeah.
Whatever the data rate needs to be for the audio, that's still maybe going to be like 50 hours a month. So this is like maybe an hour and a half a day, I guess, which is about the average listen time of Twitch. But you're selecting for like a very, very low population. Also, I'd be curious what your numbers are. I don't know. So I just like checked mine real quick. It looks like of my viewership on YouTube, like 80% is computer, like 14.8% is mobile.
That's whoa.
That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly. I've never heard of that. I guess maybe one of the reasons that could be the case for him is that like he has a lot of political content, he has a lot of more adult-oriented content, and they would probably be watching stuff on their desktop while working or be in a better financial state to where they would probably be more on PC. That's extremely odd, though, that he has a majority PC users. Maybe he was looking at like stats in the last 28 days, not lifetime or something like that. Maybe he wasn't looking at the charts properly, or he was, you know, potentially lying.
Yeah, that's an insane stat. Everyone I've seen has way more mobile than PC. Like, look, this is last 28 days for me. I've gained about 200K. So it's 200,000 people to sample from for these statistics. 60% are on mobile phone, which is what I expect. If you do it by lifetime, this channel has like 1.5 million views on it. And 64%, almost a million, were on mobile, where only 300,000 were on computer. And that's pretty normal from what I can tell. Tommy C has the same thing. You've got the same thing. Nick has the same thing.
By the way, I was never able to bring up the stats during the Destiny debate, so I might as well bring them up now for me. In the last 28 days, with 3.2 million views, 53% is on mobile, 25% is on computer, 9 gaming console, 8 tablet. And I would say tablet and mobile.
Tablet, bro! You know what? You know what stat made me laugh?
TV.
I already closed it. Let me reopen again. You know what stat made me laugh when I looked at this? Hold on. Let me go back in. Let me look at the analytics. Where was it? Device type, I think. Fuck off. Device type. Dude, in the last... No, let me put it by lifetime. In the last... in the lifetime supply of my channel, 100K watch me on tablet, 69,000 watch me on their game console, and 51K watch me on their good old TV. Like, who the fuck's watching on TV? Who the... Mom! Throw an RFC, it's time! Are people doing that?
Time to watch TV with the family, dude.
Yeah, dude. Some good wholesome TV dinner entertainment, dude. You know, cook up the old TV dinner, dude, and watch some RFC. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Even the last, what is it, April, this month, 8,000 people watched me on TV. Why? Why? A game console? That's basically the same thing. Who doesn't use their game console on a TV? So it's basically 20,000 people watched me on TV this month. Why? Yeah, dude, RFC in the living room. I'm assuming it's just like college people or something, you know, they're not literally like families. We're just like,
yeah,
you know.
it's not like the living room, you know. Maybe they're watching with a roommate, maybe they're
you know, living on their
TV.
own. I assume it's not, you know.
If you live alone, I would assume
the good old
you just watch
trad
everything on your
family, you know.
desktop. That's how I do it. But.
Good Christian family, the trad wife, they're just watching the kids, you know, they're watching RFC. I don't think that's what's happening.
The family gathering around to watch Destiny and Bowblax.
The idea that, like, I don't know if maybe for different streamers it's different, but the idea that
I could check my stats. I don't know exactly what page I need to go to.
Sure. Going back and looking over the past year, on my stats, 20% are mobile users, 76% are computer users, so that's a little bit more. Oh, I bet that 60% number probably comes from music. That's probably true. So people that use like YouTube, like music or whatever, like I have that app on my phone. So if that counts for hits, then I could see it being mobile, sure. Although I don't really think that's the type of content that we do. But
well, we're doing podcast type content right now. I'm sure a lot of people are just listening. Also, I don't think anyone would be watching me on YouTube Music because I don't think my content comes up on YouTube Music. So
does anyone use YouTube Music?
I
just
know.
use regular YouTube.
I would assume some people probably do. But yeah, I mean, my stats are still majority mobile despite not being on YouTube Music. So
yeah,
there you go.
On my stream, I'd say my guess would be like 95% are watching video. The amount of people that listen, probably more like 97, 98%. The amount of people that do audio only is pretty low. Some people will only listen to the audio and they'll play the video.
Yeah, but here's the question though: does Twitch count? Like, so for instance, you can there's a setting on the Twitch mobile app to make it only audio, which I would agree with them. Probably very few people are actually clicking that. But on Twitch, you could turn off your entire phone and you can listen to it. A lot of people do that. I know for a fact a lot of people do that. So I'm sure the number is more like, I mean, I'm not even gonna say a number because it's only a rough estimate that I can I can't even say accurately or whatever.
I mean, in our
but I think a lot of people,
estimates, yeah, a lot. What do you mean by a lot of people? Sounds a little Weasley, dude.
Play the Full House.
Sounds a little Weasley right now by saying a lot of people, Augie.
Yeah, Weasley? I don't know.
That's what said to me.
I know. Abbas Walker Raptor 2 says, play the Full House theme as the intro music next time. You gotta send more for a music suggestion? I'm just fucking
in the background while they're working or something. But like in terms of literally having the data turn on audio only. So wait, do you seriously believe that of all the people that watch Twitch, they're doing about as socioeconomically as well as like the average American worker?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of different people who watch Twitch. I'm
just talking averages. Do you understand when I say an average?
Yes.
Do you understand what that means? So
Yes.
like there's probably people out there that watch Twitch that are literally homeless and just have a tablet and are on like city Wi-Fi. I'm sure those people exist. But those are very, very, very low percentage of people. So I'm saying, like,
I would say that
on
would
average.
be low, but
on average.
Yeah, but if you're homeless, you wouldn't really have a phone. But you can be like, you realize there's a difference between being homeless and then being wealthy enough to like sub to multiple Twitch streamers and all these other things consistently, right? There's like
Destiny's argument really relies on the fact that you only watch, one streamer mostly or whatever. Dude, every month I'm like switching different Twitch streamers that I watch the most or whatever, and well, I watch a lot of streamers, so like I would say the amount of streamers I watch would be like 20, I guess. So multiply that by 5. What would that be? $100 a month? Yeah. That's $100 a month I'm throwing out of a personal obligation to support the stream. I know I might throw a few subs to, I'm subbed to like, I think I'm subbed to like Wang on Twitch. I'm subbed to Tipster, and then I donate every now and again to Tommy or whatever. But if I like had this like sort of like built-in mentality where I needed to support certain streamers a certain amount of money every month, and that shit adds up, that's like $100 I'm just throwing away. Like I could use that for important shit like school supplies and books and shit.
I like how he says, do you understand what an average means? And then goes on to like try to describe my point as being, you know, homeless people when I never said homeless people. It immediately talks about extremes. Like, I don't know. It's just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about the average. That's what I'm trying to represent. But he's just like, yeah, I like earlier in the debate, I said like probably 30% of people, which is not, I guess, like it's not the majority, but it is an average in a sense, like way more than a fringe stat. So he's just, I don't know why he was trying to be condescending there. It's kind of odd, but.
Look, we could play the whole thing, but that'd be like a 3-hour stream, and I also don't want to steal too much content. I do want to go to a part right here. Where are you guys? Let me just open up the... Hold on. Let me just open up the transcript real quick. There was a funny part where you had nailed him on something. You would claim that she had lost 90,000 followers or whatever, and he was like, I don't believe that. Open up Social Blade. And then they opened it up, and he's like, "Wow, those are bots. Those must be bots."
Yeah.
Like, you show the evidence directly to him. Like, this is how... You can't argue with him, because he had... At that point, I think... Well, I don't know. I'd like to say he had known he had lost, because I'm biased to your side, but yeah, I think he had certainly seen that he was sort of losing the... this was not like a smackdown debate like he was hoping for, at the very least.
Yeah,
and when you show him direct proof of something you're saying... Even at like direct proof, he tries like twist into something else, you know?
Yeah, if someone said like I lost or I came out like average in the debate, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with them. What I would disagree with though is that I got slammed. And the thing is, it's typical for Destiny to slam people in debates. So the fact that I didn't get slammed, even if you think I lost, I think proves that like I did a good job.
This ain't no Coach Red Pill debate, all right?
Yeah, definitely not.
There are plenty of people that not only make fun of people for subbing, they berate their subs, they tell people that they're lazy or entitled for subbing. Like, we do this shit all the time.
They do it in like a more of a humorous way. This is like, you know.
So why can't this be interpreted as a humorous way?
I don't think many people found it humorous. Like, she lost 90K followers from this.
She didn't. That's not true.
Yes, she did.
No,
she lost
that's
80K.
not true.
Look at her social blade. Look at her social blade on Twitch. Her viewers.
Wait, hold on.
like
Do you really think that's true? You said you did research for this?
You want to see that? Yeah. You want to look at her social blade right now? I can bring it up.
Okay. Go ahead and look at her social blade.
Her own viewers didn't like this. Okay.
Go ahead and look at her social blade.
Yeah, let's look at her social.
Oh no! Oh, negative 87K. Somebody said Destiny's actually right when he makes the point that they're probably bots. Look at her social blade. She gains 89K subs a few weeks before. No, I'll argue this. Of course, we don't know at the end of the day. We can only speculate. But let me just pull it up right now. Pull up her social blade. Invader V.
By the way, happy birthday, Mysterious K.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, autism is unstoppable.
It's actually my birthday in 3 days, so we have
shit. Wait, on Thursday?
Yeah, on the 30th of April.
Oh, good. I wasn't gonna make you show up to the show on your birthday in that case, but...
I mean, it's coronavirus. I can't really meet up with anyone for my birthday, so I might as well. But yeah, happy birthday, Mysterious K.
Yeah, I'm seeing the point that you're making here. Yeah, and happy birthday to Flamenco as well. But
yes.
Yeah, I've seen the point you're making. It does look suspicious, I'll give you that. But here's the deal, right? Oh shit, how do I... There we go. Reset that. So she gains a bunch of followers in March. Here's the deal, right? It is very oddly convenient that somebody botted her a month before with the intentions to pull the bots when she fucked up, because they'd have to be like psychics to understand that she would make this like grave mistake and then pull a bunch of bots. It literally doesn't make any sense. This just looks like she gained a bunch of followers and then they were pissed and they left. Now it does look suspicious, I'll give you that. But bots, that just seems like a really weird excuse.
Here's the thing about it. We can't via the Social Blade stats. I don't know if you like pay like, you know, the premium for Social Blade. You'll be able to see the exact stats. But
I'm not paying for that shit. No.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to pay for it. I'm just saying I don't know if the stats.
I'm not gonna freeload from Social Blade. I ain't paying for that.
Yeah, yeah. But okay, so it only shows the amount gained within the month. Yeah. So it's very possible that she just gained a lot in March, and it wasn't all in one day from a bot. It was like over like a consecutive amount of time, like, you know, a lot one day, a lot another day, a lot another day. And she just grew exponentially really fast during March, and it was a natural growth, but it just looks like a spike because we're only looking at it per month.
Yeah, I mean, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt here, but this reaction is funny.
Social Blade, I'm gonna bring it up.
Look at him looking at the note. He's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, he's like disappointed, dude. Oh yeah, and then everyone's spamming in chat follow bots Destiny, like the chat's trying to help him out there. Negative 87,000.
Negative 87,000 viewers. Now look at her followers in the month of March, right below. Notice how she gained like 80,000 followers, 87,000 followers. Notice how she gained about the exact same amount she dropped off. It was just a big bot follow and a bot unfollow. That's it. She didn't lose 90,000 followers.
That's a very convenient bot follow and bot unfollow. That's very convenient.
What is the implication? This bot follow was back in March.
She lost a bunch of subs from demanding subs.
Wait, you think she lost subscribers?
Or lost followers, my bad. I'm a YouTuber.
But it doesn't look like she lost followers. It looks like...
She did! She lost 87,000! You expect all of those to be bots, dude?
Look at her follow timeline, monthly gained followers, right? It's about anywhere from 2 to 10,000 a month, and then it looks like in March, out of nowhere, she gained like 99,000 followers somehow, and then it looks like a bunch of bot followers dropped off on the 18th. That's what it looks like happened. Like, those are bots, 100%. And if you want to tell, if you really want to tell, you can go to solygnome.com/channel/invaderv. Well, let's see if her viewership was impacted.
I'd like to point out about the bot stats real quick, or the, not the bot stats, the follower stats, is that she was losing a couple days prior to that, too. You can see, like, she started losing when the clip was, you know, made on her stream.
She definitely lost followers. It's reasonable to assume that some of these were definitely, you know, bots or whatever, but she definitely...
But, I mean, 87, 400, whatever K, or 87.4K is a very specific number. I mean, even if there was bots in there, which I'm not saying is not a possibility, there would definitely be real people unfollowing in addition to that. For sure. There's no, like, you know, you're not going to bot exactly 87.4 whatever K, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was responding to a DM there. But yeah, no, let me finish this clip here, and then we'll play a little bit of the Tommy C shit show.
There was a lot of other good clips in here too.
I know, but like, I didn't want to make this whole stream like 2 hours of analyzing Destiny or whatever. And also I get like little weird about, you know, taking content from you know, stealing content, you know, that whole debate. If there's one moment you want me to play or whatever, then I'll play that one.
There's a moment, but I don't know what timestamp it is. Essentially, I'll just like recreate it here. Fine. So essentially, there was a point where I say it doesn't matter what the streamer says, and then he cuts me off. And I guess Discord just didn't register what I said. But during that time, I said it doesn't matter. It matters what she said on stream, not what she said to you in bed. And I wish that played, because that was a really good hit. But
that was a compliment of you, though.
Jab I made against him. But
yeah, that's kind of a compliment, though, that, you know, a lot of the people, how they end up failing against Destiny is they get a little too cocky. They'll get them on a point or whatever, then they'll get like too confident, they'll start, you know, throwing like attacks or whatever, and then people are just kind of like, eh. So I in a way, I wish that clip was in there, but you came off as really non-aggressive, and I think that kind of won the audience. Like, not everyone, of course. Destiny has a very hardcore audience, but I think that won a few people, at least, who were like, you know what, this guy's, you know, this guy's not that.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he like went super aggro. Like, the thing is, after that point, I think this was before he like went after my content. He went super aggro against my content and tried to attack my character. If you know, that insult went through, it would have made him attacking my character a little bit more justified in the eyes of people. But, I mean, I think because that didn't go through, it looked even worse. Although I think it would look bad either way, but yeah.
Mike the Bike through 5. What does he say? He says, whoa, she gained way more followers in March when all the quarantining began. Well, also, oh wait, never mind. I was gonna bring up Valorant as well. I don't know if she streamed that, but that was in April, not March. So there you go.
Yeah, someone in chat said she went on Raj Royale in March, which probably could have boosted up her thing a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's a more popular stream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if it was like equal popularity, you know, there's not the fans from him would go over to her. So.
Hangside through one says, Augie, when are you going to debate Destiny? I mean, if he wants to hit me up, I'm down for whatever. I was initially thinking I was gonna hop on this one. Like, there was never like a set plan or whatever. But I had tweeted him. I was like, hey, if you're gonna talk to Bowblax, throw me on as well. So I was prepared to do this. I wasn't necessarily in favor of it, and I'm kind of glad that I wasn't involved because I only wanted to go in there just because I was like, you know, I don't want Bowblax to just get like steamrolled or whatever. Not that he can't fight his own fights. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, just like it would help for the both of us, you know, kind of stick on point or whatever. But I'm glad it didn't work out that way because first off, I didn't even want to do it, and second off, it worked better just solo.
Yeah, I'm not really known as like a good debater or whatever. Or
you read tweets, you know.
The only person I've really debated is like Nick on After Hours, and you,
yeah, but that's more of a
like
friendly thing. This was a full-on, yeah.
But I mean, so it surprised a lot of people. I think Aiden suggested to come on with me as well because he thought I was bad at debating. But I actually had private debates before that aren't online. So like I had practice in debating. I'm not completely a noob. And my general strategy for just debating in general is to try and agree with the opponent like as much as I can, to where I'm not like actually lying or being disingenuous or taking away from my point. Like, for example, a lot of people are criticizing me saying like, hey, using ad block is not freeloading. I wouldn't criticize someone for using ad block, and I wouldn't call them a freeloader, but I could see that argument. I could see that argument and how that argument's valid, so I gave it to him. And the reason I do that is so like I can, you know, connect with him on certain points and then use his points that he's making to prove my side rather than his. So that's kind of how I go about it. It was very subconscious though. I did everything on the fly. I didn't like think about anything really going in besides my opening statement. I literally thought about my opening statement, and then that's it. I didn't have any more prep, which is why he got me on like some of the clips that he showed of Invader V, because I just didn't remember her saying that. Although I don't think her saying what she said on stream takes away too much from my point. But yeah, that's generally how I went about it, and I'm surprised it worked out.
Thanks for covering time for me, because like 3 people hit me up at once that I actually need to respond to, so I was like, whoo, you know. Yeah. There's a lot of fun shit happening. Let me see. Okay, throw that in there. Sorry guys, something
But yeah, I also went into the debate not expecting to like try to win or lose. I just want to, my goal basically in debates is to explain my side in a way where the opponent understands and the audience understands. Whether they disagree with me or not is irrelevant. I just want people to understand my side. And yeah, that's about it. So, and then yeah, because for me, debates are not about winning or losing. It's about learning from your opponent and them learning from me, and then, you know, becoming more, having a better overall opinion.
Yeah. 200 people watching right now on this Shadowban stream. If you're here, consider yourself lucky, because we are being silenced by YouTube for telling the truth. Actually,
dude,
it's
YouTube
just
loves Destiny. Destiny called up Susan. He's like, yo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, anyway.
Maybe he slept with Susan too. I don't know.
Make sure you're hitting that like button here. It really could help us out a lot. We're kind of getting fucked over right now. I was on a good streak with the After Hours, and they're kind of silencing me. So be sure to hit the like button. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna play a little bit from the debate with Tommy and Nick, just because it's funny. We're not gonna go in as long or whatever, but I just thought I'd throw this in there.
I actually haven't rewatched this debate since it happened.
I didn't know he was gonna clip this either. I was like, "There's no way. This is too cancer." But no, he clipped.
You're not brave. You're not giving some.
Oh my god! Screaming immediately.
Heroic
thing. I thought he might have clipped it. But I thought he might have clipped it, but I was hoping that he wouldn't clip it in conjunction with mine.
Yeah, I'm glad he separated.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping it was separate.
Let's give this a little play here.
Well, let's listen.
You're not giving some heroic statement. You're not saving the lives of viewers, okay?
Tommy.
I messaged him on Discord. Please drag me into this shit show. I'll do it. I need it. I need to argue with people.
Dude,
what are you talking about?
I need to let off steam after I'm
gonna just write you
steamrolled him.
autism. Get over it.
Autistive? You're gonna call it autistive, Tommy?
Well, I'll probably spell it that way.
Before we continue this, I would like to say something interesting about his debate with me afterwards. Typically, after Destiny has debates with people, he like talks with the chat for like 10 minutes. He's like, "Oh, that guy was so retarded. I can't understand like how he was able to do this, that, this." But after his debate with me, he immediately felt like it seemed like he was defeated. He was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I can't do this shit." And then he like searches up my stream or someone links it to him. Well,
Nick's
not my
stream,
stream,
yeah.
Nick's stream. Yeah, Nick's stream.
Mhm.
And then he's like ready to like go in for round 2 because he feels like.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
Like I think he
like right after you left, he was just like, ah, fuck.
I don't
me,
know if he
dude."
would
Yeah.
admit it, but I think like at least subconsciously he felt maybe not necessarily
It
that
didn't
he
go the
lost,
way
but
he had
that
planned
didn't-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that he didn't like win in the way he wanted to. So yeah, I think this plays into the fact that I won, which is nice. It's nice that I know I can debate someone. But yeah.
Say autistic?
Which chat? Which chat?
Yeah, well,
I can't believe
hey,
you.
Tommy, why don't you reach out to
shocked.
Bowblax to ask about his
How the
experience
fuck
with
do you
autism before made
resize
that
this
comment?
shit? I don't know how to resize the fucking screen.
Check your DMs, Tommy.
I'm sorry to the
I say
fucking
it.
1,000 people.
Oh,
that are
he's
in here
watching
right
your
now.
stream on his stream, dude.
Oh, he is? That's cool. Hey, what's up,
Yeah, you
Destiny?
lost. Yeah, you lost.
Dude, you lost
and
to
by
an
the way,
autistic
do a little
person.
the guy. That's so funny. That's
immediately
funny. You
pull
moved the
off.
goalpost.
Drag me in, baby.
You went after his content just to change the subject, and you proved without a shadow of a doubt you were just as arrogant in his title as that girl. Congratulations. You'll probably be on Scarce later.
Holy shit.
It's
It's gonna be
unbelievable.
funny if Scarce doesn't put this on his channel.
I love that.
Tommy's like so cocky. You're gonna be on Scarce. You're gonna be on Keystone. You're gonna
He
be. and
knew.
then no one
He was
reports it.
riling Destiny up because he wanted him in there.
Yeah, I know.
What's he saying? I'll open his back up.
I don't think any news channels have covered this.
Oh, that was great. I actually thought I actually thought he was gonna win that.
But I was gonna say Brian was.
I knew he was gonna win it. Bowblax got scrambled eggs for brains, but he beat that.
Drag me in, baby.
Went after his content. I would have bet my fucking kid, and you proved without a shadow of a doubt.
It's the Destiny support group. They show up in all sorts of places. One of the most commonly observed phenomena in the YouTube verse.
He established that I'm friends with Tommy to a new audience. He calls me scrambled eggs.
Alright, let's go to Tommy. Oh, that was great.
Guys, let Nick handle it. Let Nick handle. Don't interrupt at anything.
Hold it.
No, let's bring him into Tommy's server.
Can we get like one of his girlfriends in here too? I think we should talk to one of them.
Yeah, one of his few.
Bring him into Doc's server.
You want to bring Destiny in here? We'll bring Destiny in here.
Bring him into Doc's server.
Doc's not here, so he can't pull him.
Alright, Bowblax, you have his DMs. Can you get him an invite to the server?
Well, you want to go to mine?
I don't care. I really, dude, I don't give a shit how this goes.
Okay,
because we can't pull him here. So
all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the shot for the point server going live. If you guys can't get in there, I'll pull you. Be 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Bowflex is getting me a link. Oh shit.
All right, we're all in Tommy's server now.
This is gonna be good.
I have a link. I'm gonna put the link right in the chat.
Test.
Here we go. I don't have another thumbnail for this, but here. All right, the Discord server is in the chat. Destiny, you come in the waiting to call. I'll drag you right up.
He's like the name Betaflex.
And
Tommy, talk to us.
Bowblax. No, you're like.
Yeah, he did. He thought me.
Bowblax is the closest thing to a liberal.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I heard you were chatting about me. The Destiny support group is online here. Pretty common phenomenon. After I talk with one of your friends, how's it going?
Okay.
What's going on? What do you got?
What do you got? You guys seem like you wanted to chat
I
about
think
something.
it's funny that you just lost it. I think it's funny that you just lost a debate and then changed it like to the content critiques of Bowblax. I mean, you're there to talk about something else entirely, and you start critiquing his videos.
So I don't think I ever critiqued his videos. So did I lose the debate?
Immediately. The debate seems like it's gonna be normal, and then immediately Tommy like hyenas, dude. That's so
You're like
funny.
nuts, dude.
Wait. I'm curious. Wait. So did I lose the debate when he admitted that he didn't watch 5 seconds past the clip, despite begging for Patreon donations, saying he does a lot of research? Or did I lose the debate when he ignored the fact that she literally?
What?
Holy shit.
All right.
Said multiple times in her own video.
Actually, you did, and I can explain it quite
Did I lose the debate when he saw that multiple times in the video that she said multiple times like, oh yeah, don't sub to me if you can't afford it. How he totally missed that despite all the research he apparently does.
Yeah, he apologized.
What does apologizing have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
What does the apology have to do with anything? She apologized saying every single thing I said in any context.
Yeah, but what does that have to? We're not talking about her apology right now.
Yeah, we're not talking about her apology because it doesn't help your fucking narrative.
No, we're not talking about her apology because obviously she's apologizing because she wants to get people like you off her back. Like, it's pretty common that when...
So she's a fraud? She's a fraud?
I mean, why would you defend her when she openly admitted she was wrong herself?
I don't care much to defend her. I'm just curious about what you guys choose to obsess over.
It seems like you do. It seems like you do.
Why? Because it's unfathomable that I could hold the same point?
Alright, this is funny. Dude, alright, can we just agree on something right now? That this is like the age-old question? This is the age-old question.
What is the age-old question?
About, like, about the viewers and the money and stuff like that. People complain about this all the time. It goes to Twitter. Everyone loses their mind. It happens every, like, once a month, right?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about when you say it or what.
Someone gets, all right. It's the age-old question. Somebody donation shames, then it goes to Twitter, then everyone on Twitter loses their mind, and then that streamer gets in trouble and she has to apologize. It happens all the time.
I'm sure it's happened before, yeah. Generally with
but
female
this time
streamers,
it's
but
during
yeah.
a fucking pandemic where everyone's losing their jobs, and the one that you
Think about to ask the Jig. I don't think that's the age-old question.
latched onto is the one that's during a pandemic where everyone's losing their jobs.
First of all,
and you can't figure out why people are upset about it.
Well, I have my own guesses why people are upset about it, but you have no idea what I've latched onto in the past. You have no idea what arguments I've defended the past. Clearly, you have no idea who I am or what I've done.
I have an idea.
So that's
I have an
fine.
idea. You're entitled to
Wait,
it.
can I respond to the other guy before you guys? I know that you're really excited to jump in with like your 5 fucking friends, but let me respond to the other guy. Okay, so you have no idea what I've defended on in the past. Okay, and secondly, if your issue is with like the tone or something in the video, that's fine. But to get on fucking Twitter and virtue signal all your friends, oh my god, if you're suffering from losing your job with COVID-19, please don't sub to fucking Twitch streamers. Literally nobody disagrees with this, bro. You're not brave. You're not giving some heroic fucking. You're not giving some heroic statement. You're not saving the lives of fucking viewers. Okay.
No, I'm laughing at a lol cow. That's what I'm doing. I'm laughing at somebody.
Literally, only incel cringe lords even use the word lolcow anymore. Holy shit, it is so fucking cringe that you even use that word publicly.
Who finds himself in compilations.
What, because I'm relevant enough for people to talk about me? Oh wow, I'm so sorry that you
diverts the point by saying the word lolcow is cringe. Yeah, you can think the word lolcow is cringe. Maybe there's an argument towards that, but that doesn't. He was just using it as a word to make a point. Like,
Oh my god, Hernan35 says, Augie, please set the speed on normal. Oh wait, can you imagine this on 2 times? I'm not even gonna try.
oh my, Destiny on 2 times speed. And
Yeah.
those loud,
You just hear like chimp sounds as Tommy.
yeah, Tommy.
find it necessary to fucking like
say shit about how
literally every single large content creator has been in compilations. That's just part of the game, bud. Like, I mean,
Wait, Wings of Redemption is relevant. What the fuck does that mean, Destiny? Give me a break.
how is an insult against me because other people on the internet talk about you? Like, I literally do politics is 80% of my content. I'm probably in a fuck ton of compilations, of course.
All right. So I'm saying that like what we're talking about right now, like you picked this time to go in on this subject, and this is the one during the pandemic. Of course people are mad. Of course they're high strung. This is a problem that everyone's talking about. There's a pandemic of people
Not for
losing their
streamers.
jobs. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm glad you got to work from home, but why do you get to sit here and look down on your viewers who one of them literally lost their job and she goes, yeah, you probably can still donate.
Yeah, but the problem is that if you, this is what you keep ignoring, is that literally in that same clip, she explicitly says that there are some circumstances for why people can't subscribe.
Yeah, you don't know, and then she keeps going, shaming them 5 minutes later.
And nope, and then 5 minutes later, she's literally saying the same thing again. There are some. Bowblax over here hadn't even heard it in the video. It was obvious when he heard it. He was like, "Oh shit! How did I get totally fucking blindsided? I made the video 3 days ago. I can't possibly remember that. It was ancient history to me."
Proud about that.
That was like his one thing he had to latch onto.
Yeah, just me taking a while to think and being blindsided by a
Bowblax, dude.
I forgot about briefly. Like 3 days for me, like on Twitter, a lot of things can happen. Usually when I release a video, like an Invader V video or what have you, I kind of like generally forget about the drama after like a day, and then just like continue. Well, not forget about the drama, but forget about the little in-depth details about it because I'm done talking about it essentially, and then I move on to the next thing. There's always a drama going on. I'm always thinking about going forward, not, you know, talking about stuff I already did. So, yeah.
Why does everybody who like gets into an argument with you, they always go to Bowblax from different communities, like Keemstar, Destiny?
I don't know. I guess they think it like triggers me. I don't give a fuck. But.
It's just the same. Like, it's just funny how different communities come up with the same insult every single time. It's not like they heard it from like a different person, just started using it. It's just they come up with it on their own all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, my name
Bowblax.
sounds similar to Bowblax, so I don't know how like funny that is. I guess whatever.
People on Kiwi forums use it.
Okay.
Do they? Do I got a page on Kiwi now? That'd be funny.
I think Betaflex and Bowblax is funny. I don't really
Betaflex.
I don't really know how Bowblax is funny besides my name sounding like Bowblax. But I guess if people are amused by it, they can use it. I honestly don't give a shit. So
here's a hyperbole.
Yeah, here's a hyperbole. What's up?
All right. Here's a hyperbole. I go, you know what? I think that everyone should die, but I don't think that everyone should die. I think there are some circumstances where people shouldn't die, but you know what? People still probably should die. That doesn't change the fact that the fucking conversation topic is insane.
You know what? If I was you guys, I would clip that and I would say Nicholas believes that not everyone should die, but that most people are immortal. That's the type of work that you guys do here. You realize that, right? Like, that's literally what you do. Is you take like, you'll take a 30-second clip, you'll strip it of anything, regardless of what the person in the past has said, and then you try to, and then you come out with all of these so brave statements. You're like posting on like our unpopular opinion. Should I have saved this burning child from a building? One of my friends is giving me shit about it, but I don't know if I did the right thing or not. Like, that's literally what you're doing.
A lot of assumptions about my content.
I'm not Bowblax, stop. We already talked, okay? I'm talking to your friends now, okay? Like, you guys are making the bravest statements, like expecting so much applause in the background for defending the literal homeless people that are watching Twitch. Like, it's so transparent. You are, though. You're literally in here screaming at me. Don't you know that some people lost their job because of COVID-19 and they can't? Yeah, no shit. Everybody knows that, my dude.
Nobody's saying that. We're laughing at you, and here's what's more important.
Yeah, okay, tell me what's more important.
Your every bit is entitled as she is, and everybody knows.
Tell me how I'm entitled. Please tell me how I'm entitled. I would love to know how I'm entitled. Yeah, what did I say? Yeah.
Let me. You sit there. You're probably a freeloader if you don't sub, but you don't have to.
Bowblax over here literally agreed with me. Are you going to say that he's entitled as well?
I don't care if you're not talking to Bowblax. You're talking to me, bitch.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, tell me. Wait, let's run this down. So if you watch a content creator, you don't sub, and you ad block them, how does that not make you a freeloader? I'd love to hear your defense of this.
Because the shit's free. That's it. You're free. You are not entitled to shit.
Wait, you think it's free? Hold on. So you think that delivering that content is free?
Yeah, I don't think that's not what I said.
Oh, okay, hold on. So you're watching something that's subsidized by somebody else. What would you call a person that does that, Tommy? What's the word for that?
No. You offer it for free, so it is. No, I'm not done. Shut the fuck up.
The whole culture of the platform is
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy. Be careful. Be careful what you say.
You can't let me finish. Here's the thing. You put that out for free. That means it's available for free.
No, it's not.
Everything else is. So yes, you offer it to the public for free. It's not free to make, but you offer it to the public for free.
I mean, if you really feel that way, why don't you go sub only from now on?
Yeah, no. If you put it out for free and hoping that you get subs, and that's fine. I do it too. But here's the thing: you feel you're entitled, and I don't.
How do I feel I'm entitled? I literally said
you're a freeloader. You're a loser if you don't.
Firstly, just because you freeload. First of all, just because you freeload, okay, doesn't mean that I feel like I'm entitled to your sub. I literally said to Bowblax in our conversation, hey, if you don't want to sub.
I mean, if Destiny
you can create sub only,
sub only, make his stream sub only, he can do that. If he wants to get the freeloaders off, you know.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was kind of talking about this whole entire discussion with my mom, oddly enough, and she was like, I was explaining to her, it was like, yeah, there's sub only mode, and she's like, yeah, I'll find out how much he's worth when he puts it on that. I'm like, damn. I mean, yeah, you kind of, you can put it behind a paywall, figure out how many people are down with that. I guarantee probably not that many in comparison to the people who watch it for free, man.
Yeah, I would say it'd be like 5% of its audience.
Yeah. For sure, man.
Based Augie's mom.
Yeah, she is pretty based, unironically.
For whatever reason, that's fine. Did you not hear that?
But it's okay. Yeah, okay. That's gonna make sense.
You should take a look. There's a ton of literature written about this. Go take a look at the free rider problem. It's a super well understood problem that if you provide some infrastructure for free, there are people that will freeload. It's not even controversial, Tommy. You're so desperate to try to get a W here.
No. Freeloading is I'm making something everybody's living off of me and not giving anything back. You are offering entertainment for free. I'm not opening rent for free. I'm not offering it. You are offering this for free, and if people don't want to sub, it doesn't make them bad, because a freeloader is a horrible person.
First of all, being a freeloader doesn't make you a horrible person.
Oh, you gotta would say yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You're the one morally loading that word. No, a freeloader is just somebody that. Freeloader is somebody that. A freeloader. Let me, Tommy.
No, you're saying I have to morally load it because
No,
you know
I
how
don't-
stupid you look.
No,
right
I
now.
don't know anybody.
I love
My
the
keyboard didn't fuck up.
I love the fact that this exists, you know? Like, Destiny literally, unironically, has a, has a video on his channel. 1v5ing the Legion. yeah! Like, the fact that there's even a Tommy C debate with Destiny, that's so random. But, I mean, it works so well. Because both of them are going off at, like, 3 million miles an hour, just, like, screaming at each other. I think ultimately, though, I mean, Tommy's right. I mean, let's just be real here. This is, you know, the whole entire argument is literally just you're entitled. If Destiny was just able to admit that, that'd be one thing, but he can't.
Yeah, this is basically like just a you know, blood sports version of the previous debate I had with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is funny. And I think Tommy touches on a couple points that I didn't bring up and strengthens my argument, so.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you guys in my chat, you can freeload as much as you want. I've got people who generously donate. You know, I got the videos with the ad revenue or stuff. I got stuff behind the scenes you guys don't even know about. I'm fine. If you want to sit here, not donate, cool. All right. You know, the best thing you can do to really help me out besides like directly is just watch or hit the like or whatever. Or really just watch. Yeah, that's all it takes. So freeload as much as you want. But you can guarantee when I get that member button, we're going members only mode. Oh boy, it's gonna be, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, members only mode, and then we'll get like 2 chat messages an hour.
Only stream, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It'll be worse than the shadow ban.
You know, yeah, literally though. You thought the shadow ban was bad? Wait till we go back to streaming to 2 people who actually pay for this shit.
Yeah, we're not gonna. We're not shadow banned. We're actually deciding not to freeload off the algorithm right now. So.
Yeah. There you go. All right, we're gonna move on from here. You want to check out both VODs? They're up on Destiny's channel. Nick's full restream with including the no bullshit segment is up on his channel, Nicholas Diorio 2. So you can go check that out over there at youtube.com/killstream-the Ralph Retort, which links to Nick Diorio 2. Don't ask why. Long story. Daniel Hucknan through 5. Hopefully I said your name right. I don't donate it all the time. Does that make me a freeloader? Well, you have graduated from the club, sir. You're not a freeloader anymore. Now you've donated. I mean, you'll go back to being a freeloader, you know, in like a day when you don't donate anymore. But for tonight, you're not a freeloader. So you gave your dues, your $5. So now you're in with the boys. But tomorrow, it's not gonna be like that anymore. So you better toss another one tomorrow. So. Just be the way. We're gonna move on. Alinity.
Yep.
I don't even know. I didn't do like intensive research. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is gonna get me banned. If like this article I'm about to pull up is gonna get me taken off the air. Let me just skim through it real quick.
Maybe open it like off stream, like.
Let me just.
That's not it.
Okay, they don't include
I doubt
nudity
they would
in here.
put it on an article. To be fair,
To be fair, I mean, some of these
I think
news
they use advertisers from that, right?
Some of these news, like, not like you'll go to some of these channels, they'll just straight up show her tits, like, just not even like censored, or even worse, with a lot of news companies, you'll get like the advertisements that are just straight up porn. But I skimmed through this already. Hopefully, unless there's a pop up that just nukes my channel, we should be fine. Research? Yeah, I'm not doing any research. I'm sorry. We're doing this.
Yeah, Destiny's right, dude. We don't do any research. You doing research? That's kind of suspect at this point. He actually said that in the video, despite like me doing extensive research before all of my videos to give all context. It's just
I don't want to see the pepperoni BLT.
I don't go out of my way to remember that research after I upload the video because at the end of the day.
BLT says we don't even want to see that shit anymore. You don't want to see the pepperoni? You don't like some pepperoni in your bacon, lettuce, tomato? You don't want
Dude, after the stream, all I want is scrambled eggs and pepperoni pizza, dude.
Oh boy. Mike the Bike through 2 says top 5 most unattractive nip slips. Shaking my head. Hey, look. You know, I gave Twitch a shot for like a month. No. There's a reason we're on YouTube. You know, not that it's much safer, but we can get away with stuff like this. Twitch suspended a controversial streamer after she accidentally showed her nipple during a broadcast. That's wonderful.
Whack off a bit and dip. Bam.
Wait, what? What am I listening to? Hangside through one. I'm hearing the TTS in the back and it's saying some weird shit. I see clips of female Twitch streamers whack off a bit and dip. Bam. Well, you and many other on Twitch. Streaming platform Twitch has suspended another popular account for nudity, but this time fans were actually calling for her removal. As first reported by Daily Dot, Alinity Divine's account was removed from Twitch after her breast was shown on a camera during an April 24th livestream. Alinity, whose real name is Natalia Magalion, deleted the video, but viewers had saved and reposted on the service. She confirmed on Twitter on April 25th that she'd been temporarily suspended from Twitch for 3 days. I'm getting a suspension, she said in a tongue-in-cheek tweet. Our hard work finally paid off. Good job, guys. Now, she's been on full-on damage control, and once again, I got a full screen here just to make sure, because I'm opening up her Twitter account on stream right now. I don't know if it's going to be some nasty shit that shows up. I mean, I doubt she would tweet her own nip slip on her own account, but there's no telling what could happen.
No, she never tweeted her own nipple on her account.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but I'm just making... you never know what to expect. It's better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, she's on here. She was tweeting some weird shit. She was going after the simps, obviously playing damage control, you know, not... You know, make sure she wasn't... You know, it didn't look like she was complacent with any of this. Was called a simp for saying, have a good day to you. She says, I don't know what's dumber, people calling others simps or people getting offended by it. Well, you are a simp, sir. Why are you telling her, have a good day? She's not your friend. She's not your girlfriend. Why are you saying that, you simp? Is it true you also married a guy to get your own visa? Blah, blah, blah. He most definitely be fucking staff. That's probably where he got the idea for the rumors. Wait, what? So she's kind of going... She's trying to... Like, Ben was telling me, because actually, oddly enough, Ben has never done any sort of research for this show. But he actually did a little deep investigation onto the Alinity story himself.
I wonder why. Maybe because
one time he looks into it.
I wonder why this is the one time. What does this have that the others don't?
Ben was telling me she was posting some base shit, and I had to tell him, I was like, no. She's not base. She's just posting it to, you know.
Ben was like on the verge of becoming a simp. You had to
We've seen his simpish ways in the past when it comes to Tazier. So I'm not surprised he's fallen for the e-girl trap, you know. It do be that way sometimes. Look, he's my friend. He is a integral part of RFC, but I gotta be honest with you, man, he has shown some simpish ways in the past. And
Ben, no e-girls, okay? How many times do we have to say it?
He calls me up. He's like, yo, dude, Alinity's been popping off on Twitter. I'm like, no.
Popping out, more like.
Yeah, popping out, more like, not popping off. She's just doing damage. She's trying to trick you. She's trying to pull in the anti-simp crowd. Dude, she's always like pulling these little tricks, and then my friends fall for it. I'm like, no, you guys, wow, how are you falling for it this easily? Come on now. But anyway, this article here. You gotta get your mans pulling back from the brink. I know, right? Look. God put us here for a reason, right? And I firmly believe the reason he put me on here was to keep my friends in check when it comes to the problem there. I gotta whip them into shape. I gotta be like, hold on now. Wait a minute. I'm getting a suspension. She's a tongue in cheek. Blah blah blah. As of Monday morning, the suspension has been lifted. But the most recent clips available on our page are from 2017. Nudity is now permitted on Twitch. If accidental nudity appears on stream, we expect the streamer to take immediate action to remove the content and take steps to ensure it won't happen again. A Twitch spokesperson said to Insider, accidental nudity is punishable with a warning. Consistent with our policies, and repeated offenses will result in additional action. Notice how they say additional action. Not like, yeah, she'll get banned. Additional action. So she'll get banned for like a day. Or in this case, unbanned. But we took the extra steps here to make sure these e-girls would be punished, of course. Which they didn't. Sorry. What would you expect from Twitch, really? Twitch fans have waged battles against Magallan in the past. Last summer, a petition circulated to ban her over allegations of animal abuse against her pets after she appeared to throw her cat during a stream. It is now more than 55,000 signatures. In December, PETA said in a statement that the organization demanded Twitch take her off the platform. Magallan, Alinity, I'll just say, because I can't say her last name, has repeatedly denied the allegations. The suspension over nudity comes amid a long line of removals from the platform. YouTuber and Twitch streamer Ricegum was suspended on April 8th after a woman on a stream appeared to show one of her breasts. Damn, it's crazy how all these women on Twitch they just fall into these, accidents, these mistakes. They always just accidentally show a little too much skin. It's crazy. It's insane how all these women, they just, it's just unfortunate things happen and it's just out of their control, You just go on stream, you actually, you never hear with a guy, guys actually whips out his cock on stream, but it always happens to women. I wonder why. Strange how that works out. I don't know, man.
To be fair, it's easier to take off a shirt than pants, so.
What do you mean? I could whip it out in like 2 seconds if I wanted to. Although I guess the movement would be a little more awkward, right? Because you're like, I guess it'd be easier. But I mean, still, come on now. This just doesn't happen on accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sorry, Alinity. Actually, this is funny.
I don't even know why she was stretching up that much anyways. Because, I mean, if you're just your shirt, you typically don't have to, pull it all the way up to, your neck,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure she'd pull it up to a point before the nipple shows, typically, but...
Now, of course, dumbasses had to make us, the proud incel community, look retarded. Anyway, someone said, Alinity is in direct violation of Twitch's TOS, which is true. If Twitch does not take action on Alinity's channel, they will be in violation of the U.S. Penal Code Section 288.2 for soliciting pornographic images and nudity to minors. Now look, alright, we can stomp out these e-girls all we want, but this is just bullshit. This is obviously full of shit, and I saw people were tweeting this out, and it was getting 10,000 likes. Come on now. Obviously, if this happens, Twitch is not showing images, pornographic images to minors. Are you kidding me? Obviously.
Yeah, you turn it into a pedo thing.
No way. We can have all the fun we want, but these are the people who always ruin it for the rest of us when they try to make this a pedo thing. It's like a Nerd City moment, It's like, oh, come on. You're taking the easiest. Yeah, you're taking the easiest argument, and you're just okay. Now we have to make it a pedo story. All right, now. This is a California penal code, not a federal U.S. one. This code states that Twitch would not be liable if there was any supposed violation of the law, which is, I think, even without looking at the actual thing, you could tell, okay, this is bullshit. But you want to know what else is bullshit? Alinity being protected. This relates to me. I somewhat made the news from this because I've done Alinity videos in the past. Lol, what the fuck is this? If you YouTube search Alinity or Invader V, which I also did an Invader V video, the video thumbnails are being hidden unless you search by the person who made the video. Now let's take a look at this right here. So we see Alinity here. If you type Alinity, the top videos that come up with have no thumbnails. They have the default YouTube ones. But if you search Ping10, or if you search Cavus, or if you search Scares, or Tipster, or me, our thumbnails show up. But if you type Invader V, my thumbnail's missing. Tipster's is missing. Philly D is missing. Even Philly D. This is not just, them going after commentary. Even Philly D, who's a protected channel, even he's getting fucked with. So, what's going on here? Is this just a glitch? I would like to assume so, but I don't know. Is this part of YouTube's way to protect streamers that they think are being harassed? YouTube be simping over here? What's going on with this? What is this? What is this?
I don't know. It's a very specific glitch, but it seems It seems retarded enough for it to be like an actual glitch and not like a deliberate maneuver, but it's also like very specific, so I don't know what to think.
Alinity literally begged Twitch staff to ban her in order to save face because her simps at Twitch staff didn't want to ban her. You can't make this up. Alinity. But I'm happy to be suspended. Most of the outrage people feel is that I don't get punished, so I'm glad to be punished. I think it's fair. I've honestly tried to do better. In the areas I fucked up in the past, I am doing better. 24 hours, not long enough. I'm actually trying to get it extended to 3 days. So she's begging to get banned. Again, this is not Alinity being based, for those of you who are falling for the trap. This is Alinity trying to save face, look like she's learned. She's, begging for punishment. Yeah, okay. Not the only punishment that Twitch gave her. Not the channel. So she's gonna get extended. Yeah, I'm going to self-impose a 3-day ban. So she's gonna ban herself, so that obviously she's not streaming to, thousands of people shitting on her in the comments. And then she is saying, dude, I basically begged them for a ban. I know I fucked up. And then YouTube's taking out the thumbnails there. So there you go. And now she's unbanned. Matter of fact, let me just what happens if we go on Twitch right now? Fire up the old Twitch machine. What's up? What's her account? Just Alinity? Yep. And she's unbanned. She's still sitting here.
Yeah, she was banned, but only for 24 hours. That 24 hours is up, so she's unbanned.
Yep. And you can see all her old shit. So, good one, Twitch.
Yeah, although she's doing herself a self-suspension for 3 days, so Alinity won't be streaming for a couple days. I'm sorry, simps, but
Aw, damn. Ben's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be pissed. Nice Twitch title. What even was it? Oh my god, it's the Bunty King. Nah. It's the Bunty King one. Okay. Final topic I wanted to talk about tonight. And this will be, I'll try to do it as short as possible because we are trying to kind of wrap it up a little bit. But I do want to talk about this over here. John Swan last Friday after Hours had a very legendary stream. 5,000 people tuned in for this thing. I expected at most 2,000. But even then I was thinking 2,000? Nah, that's too much. There's no way. 5,000 showed up. This was a highly successful stream by John Swan, and I couldn't be more prouder. John's, of course, one of the boys. He's a total Chad. He makes great videos, and I am... This was his first stream, by the way. And I'm super proud to see his channel do so well, especially given the fact that this is a story that, really play a large part into my channel, and to see other channels pick it up and carry it, take it further. It's great. I think this is going to be big. I think this is definitely a breakthrough. Before, let me explain this. Streaming in like the, whatever you call this like, subsection of YouTube, like the commentary drama or whatever. I don't know, I guess commentary community is the word for it. But streaming isn't really something people do. For the past like 4 years, the only streamers that have been in this community is literally just Tommy C. I'm not even joking, it's literally just been Tommy C. And then last year I came around, but our streams, I pull around 300, obviously not tonight because we're shadow banned, but normally I pull around 300. That's kind of what Tommy pulls too. This was a 5,000 viewer stream. And obviously circumstances were, it's not like John, like every time he streams, he's going to get 5,000 or whatever. Obviously this was a big event. This was being hyped up for days. There's a reason a lot of people showed up. But I think this was a massive, large breakthrough in streaming and commentary. I think this is going to bring a lot of people into more live stream oriented genres or whatever. I think this is going to be really, really good for, getting a lot more people really into live streams, I think. It's going to be awesome. And I couldn't be more proud of John Swan. I think here's the appeal to John Swan, right? Is that he's got like the editing of, Jay Aubrey and the Right Opinion or whatever, the Right Opinion's editors. But what makes John Swan's channel unique is the fact that he's got the unpopular takes. Other YouTubers, they didn't want to cover Suzy Liu because it just wasn't that interesting. Other channels, they didn't want to talk about the reality that Onision's not going to go to jail because that's dangerous. And that's alienating a huge section of the audience that pays you. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not saying everyone, I'm not saying Tro and Jay Aubrey operate under solely money-making premises or whatever. But let's be real here. They're not going to be the ones making the videos talking about that. I know Right Opinion, he included John Swan's segment, but he included John for a reason. It's because Right Opinion didn't want to be the one making like giving the tough takes. He put John on his video for a reason. Because John's the one who's really kind of breaking the stories here. and sort of delivering the narrative that people don't want to hear at first. Now, he justifies it. His videos have facts. His videos have reasoning. You watch a John Swan video, you'd have to be insane to argue with, you know, the points that Onision's not going to jail, or rather that Onision is going to jail, or Susie Liu is innocent. I mean, we've seen people try, much to their own failure. It just doesn't work. I'm really hoping that John carries this on, because I think he's got a really unique thing going. He's the guy who gives the unpopular take, but substantiates it. And I'm not saying every one of his videos needs to be like some, you know, magnum opus, you know, but what I am saying is that when he brings out the big guns, it's on important shit. I think this is a big breakthrough, not just for John, but for all of us, not just for the Legion, but for the community in general. I mean, Susie Liu has really rejuvenated the commentary community, because you had the old, like, Leafies here community that would actually talk about topics like YouTube censoring people, and they don't do that anymore. They all moved on to bigger and better things, that sort of normie I'm Alex tier comedy. They stopped talking about important issues like people getting censored and people getting striked, and, you know, when they do talk about serious stuff, it's the Onision stuff, it's the pedophile stuff, which, yeah, that is important to talk about too. But we weren't really seeing a group of people talking about issues that are relevant to sort of our sphere. And with Susie Liu, we saw that happen again. And I think we're going to see more of that. So, all that to say is that I think John killed it on Friday, and I think we're going to see more interesting shit happen this year. Now, there is one bit I want to play from this stream. There is, we were trying to bait Mr. Tonka Saw to come on the stream. Spoiler alert, he didn't. I wonder why. But in his absence,
ran? I would have never guessed.
Yeah. In his absence, however, Mr. Miggs called in. Now, I do not know who Miggs is. I would assume he's some sort of furry or something. Really don't know. But I do know one thing about him, and that's one thing is something you're going to hear in this debate. Let me go ahead and fire it up right now. So when Miggs called in, we made sure to mute everyone in the call except for just John and Miggs, so it'd be a one-on-one, so we weren't all just dogpiling on this Kumite fan. However, when he was done with his argument, which is basically Bowblax bad because Bowblax has archive channels, so Susie Liu gets to steal content, but Bowblax does too, so we're all hypocrites, which makes no sense. But once he was done with his little argument there, I had DM'd Linehead, and I was like, hey, you want to unmute me? I got a little axe to grind with this dude here. And you might be wondering why. You don't even know who this guy is. What beef could there be? Oh, what could there be? Well, let's just go ahead and give it a little play right here.
There's a bit of hypocrisy in you guys calling it out specifically. We don't know if she's done something wrong or not, but you guys calling it out and not calling Blowbacks out just doesn't look like it. And I know the argument that everyone has for Blowbacks, which is he's archiving videos. And I just want you to know exactly, just like Joe argument can be used against you guys as well, against Blowbacks and you guys being his friend. Also the archiving. Anyone could just say that she's archiving them. And because you guys are friends with Blowbacks, well, that's where the point ends.
Am I allowed to address that now? You done?
Yeah, I'm going to hear it on the stream, though, okay?
You're going to hear it on the stream, so you don't want me to talk to you directly and have you respond to my points. Like, we can do that, surely.
So he's trying to, like, back out of it and be like, well, I'll present my argument, but I'll hop off the stream and just listen to your response in the chat. And John's like, no. You're going to sit here and have a one-on-one.
You'd rather not? You'd rather not talk to me directly? Come on! You've just criticized me and I don't even want to talk.
Go ahead.
Okay. Basically, the entire thing about the archive... Okay, to give the audience context to what's happening now, Bowblax has a third channel called Bowblax Beta, where he archives videos that are hard to find, or videos that sometimes have, long videos that need to be cut up into clips. He collects clips on that, on there.
They're not deleted clips, they're just hard to find.
Yep, they're just deleted clips, hard to find, that sort of thing. Yep. And he archives archives those on his channel so that they're easier to find and to make people's lives easier, basically.
With no modifications. No modifications.
No modifications, yes. Are you aware that there have been many fair use cases that involve archiving, and that archiving is often a used defense for fair use? For example, there have been online libraries that have used the fair use defense in terms of archiving. Even though the actual copy may exist in other places, online libraries have actually stated that that because their copies are easy to find and the other ones are really obscure, that they do satisfy fair use.
I love that argument, and it works. And guess what? Lou can also use it.
No, she can't, because that's not what the court will classify her as. Do you realize that in the first point of fair use, the transformative point, they have to talk about the purpose and character of the use. They have to classify her content. How is she going to classify her content? Well, they're going to classify her content as either criticism, comment, that sort of thing, right? You can't use the archive point because that's not what her content is. That's not what her content is classified as. But when you're doing an archive, it's very clearly an archive, and that leads you to the third point of fair use, which is the amount and sustainability of the content used, and you have to use the limited amount, as much as needed to make your point, or to make your joke, or to do your documentary, or whatever it is. The least amount that is possible. But if you're archiving something, you need to use the whole thing, otherwise it's not an archive. So that's how archiving works, and that's why they satisfy the third point, because it's an archive, and that's literally the point of an archive. So that's how fair use works.
Yeah, but whether you categorize yourself under archiving,
you don't categorize it. The courts categorize it.
The courts?
Yes.
Okay. Look, I'm not a lawyer. So
I know you're not. Clearly you're not. Clearly not a lawyer. Yes.
Well, clearly you're not either, okay?
He's clearly not a lawyer, because after what you're about to listen to, when I jump in here, I could literally ruin this guy's life. But I won't. But I could. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's just keep listening.
I'm not, but I do profess to know a lot about fair use. I definitely know more than you.
You claim, okay? That's nice. That's cute.
Okay, nice.
But she could do the same. You know, it's like if you're talking about a video being transformative, a video that's archived that doesn't make any transformative anything is still worse than a girl putting her face and going, Have
you seen the Rakita stream? Have you seen the Rakita stream? Yeah, you probably haven't, because none of you guys do anything.
I did.
You did? Wow, I salute you, because none of your buddies did see it.
I see. Like, it's great that he has an opinion.
As a lawyer? As a lawyer? As an actual lawyer for the law firm?
Yeah, one of his opinions was that Sargon was going to lose the case. Another one of his opinions was that the Vic case was going to be a sure thing.
I would like to see clips of that before you claim stuff on a stream. That would be fantastic, because obviously I don't have evidence for that.
He also claimed that Tonka would be in jail by this time last year.
Tonka, guys, Tonka.
If people press charges.
If they press charges, if you violated the terms of his contract, I believe that was what he said, which was a very legitimate stance to have, and you guys blew it up as something that is not, because you don't know exactly what you're talking about, because you're absolutely idiots on those points. Okay, so I've just explained to you fair use, and you've basically, you don't want to address anything I've just said, even though any lawyer that's in a reasonable mind would agree with me, and I've read up over 60 fair use cases, and many of them are about archives, and all of those have precedence, and that's what courts use to make decisions, and that's how it works. Yes? Are you aware of how the legal system works?
No, because there's a person.
See, they don't use precedence. They do.
Because there's one person that's claiming that the video is not in fair use for blowbacks, but you guys support him. So therefore, none of you can say anything about Susie Lou.
None of us can say anything about Susie Lou because we're friends with Bowblax, who uploads archives to his channel.
That are not allowed.
But they are, and I've just explained to you why those archives are fair use.
No, you said that the courts decide, and if you want to,
the courts decide, of course, but I believe those to be fair use, so I'm going to go off that.
That's you saying I believe, and that's
cute.
I
do believe. So what's the problem then? I'm allowed to defend my friend if I believe that his content's fair use.
Yeah.
You know what? Tonka is free to sue Bowblax, take him to court, and we can see how that'll go.
Please do it. I would love to see that happen. I know that Bowblax's video was uploaded in January 2020, and Tonka's original clip was uploaded in September 2019. I do know that. And it was Bowblax only uploaded that when it was found that he couldn't find Tonka's clip anymore. I don't know if it was uploaded to a second channel. I don't know the context of that, but he couldn't find it on YouTube when he searched for it. So he re-uploaded it on his channel.
Susie Lou's changing her videos to another platform channel. Sounds kind of like the same thing.
No, it's not. She's literally.
I'm playing the whole part. I'm like building it up. Stick around. It's about to happen.
Actually, she's keeping the content on YouTube the exact same.
Except she has more transformative modifications.
No, it's always going to be the same. It's always been the same, and it will continue to be the same. That post on our Patreon was addressing the Patreon exclusives only, not the YouTube stuff.
I'm not sure you understand that transformative is relative to the nature of the work.
No, transformative is relative to the nature, yeah.
If it's an archive, it has to be the entire thing unedited.
Yeah.
What I do understand from what you guys said is that it's up to the courts. So you do have a strong belief that Susie Lou would lose a case.
Yes.
You have a strong belief that Bowblax would win a
yes.
case.
You can't even talk properly, but good job, yes.
Bowblax, yes. But, I guess we differ in opinions.
Okay,
None of us are lawyers.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically what you're saying. Hold on, let me finish. What you're saying is basically, okay, so I'm not allowed to defend my friend because I believe he's fair use, and I'm not allowed to criticize Susie Lou because I believe she's not fair use because I'm not a lawyer.
No, I'm just simply saying.
What are you saying?
Look at the chat. It's just all simp.
Let me say it. I simply believe that if there was a court case, that Bowblax would lose. Then you guys would have to go back on everything you said about Susie Lou, but you wouldn't, and you won't. So it's just kind of pointless.
Okay, so if I believe I believe him to be fair use, his content to be fair use. I believe that archive to be fair use because at the time he didn't know that there was another upload available. It wasn't widely available. There was no other archive that he could see. And that was a 1 hour clip of a 6 hour stream that he cut out. That was just his section. He did everything he could to try and not take viewership away from the original. That video got like, I don't know, 1,000 views or something, 2,000 views. How much viewership did he take? Nothing. There's all the factors are in favor now if you look at other archive fair use cases. So I do not know what you are talking about in relation to that, but that is okay.
And as you said, she may have done something wrong, and she may not even be in fair use, right? However, I'm just saying. I made my point.
Okay, Flexecutive wants to talk to you on air. Apparently, is Flexecutive?
This is the part. This is it.
Has he called in? Because I don't see him in the callers.
Hey, Mick, since you're here, why do you always call me a pedophile all the time? Do you notice like the conversation shift? Like it's a little bit different. Like we're talking about fair use, and this guy's really got a moral stick up his ass about Bowblax archiving videos on the internet on his drama channel. You remember when I said that I sort of I didn't know much about this guy, but I remembered one thing about him, that this is the guy who in every live chat, even like the day prior when we were on Gator's channel, even like the day prior, came in Gator chat and was like, Augie shared CP with Andy Warski, which doesn't even make sense. Why Andy Warski of all people, and why me? Why would it make sense for me? It would make more sense because he's talking about Instagram Wake Up. It would make more sense to, like, I'm not saying it'd be the right thing to do, but I'm saying it would make more sense for the narrative to accuse Bowblax or Twoon of that, right? And I'm not saying he should, and I'm not saying that happened, obviously, but narratively speaking, it makes more sense to lie about them than it does me. It's so random. But he's been pushing this point so hard for months now. And I see him come on here arguing the moral, Bowblax uploading that, the podcast or archiving the streams or whatever on his channel. Yeah, kind of shitty, bro. But I'm gonna call this guy a pedophile for literally no reason. Literally no reason. So I was just sitting there. Like when we were all muted, I was just like, I feel like I was handcuffed, right? I was like shackled. I was like, let me free so I can.
Dude, I felt that way too, not because of obviously he didn't call me a pedo, but because they were talking about like my stuff, and I was like, oh, let me rip into this guy.
Yeah, I had to. Lionhead came over, took the handcuffs off, and I was like, ooh. Let me play the rest.
What? You were sharing a CP folder?
That's one of the evidence for that.
Instagram Wake Up. We go to Instagram Wake Up on the John Swan stream.
I want all 3,000 of these people to know that this guy Migs, who's calling in simping for Susie Lou, is one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever run across.
What have I done?
You call me a fucking pedophile. You're
Migs,
a fucking
this doesn't look very good
person.
for you. I do not look good for you. This does not look good for you, Migs. I'm gonna be honest.
It doesn't look good for Augie. either.
It doesn't look good for Augie.
Okay.
It doesn't look good for Augie because
Let me.
There's
let
a
me,
lot of
let me-
context to the
hold on
Instagram wake
now.
up story that is
This
missing.
is what I'm
here.
talking about. You guys can't argue the points. Have a nice
Hold on,
day.
no, I want to argue your points. All right,
He
so
was
you
trying to do a mic
think?
drop there,
Look
but it
at
was
him. He's like
failed.
trying to leave. He's like,
Have a
I'm gonna,
nice day. You
I'm gonna
can't
bounce out of
argue
here. And
any
I
of
was
my
like,
points. You're a
no.
pedo. You can't argue
That's-
any of my points. Have a nice day.
Dude, I was like, no. Sit on this seat, buddy. We gotta have a little bit of a tiny little conversation before you get out of here. You think that there's a problem of all of us supporting Bowblax and his archives, but you have no issue spreading false pedophile allegations against somebody. You call someone a pedophile because are you saying right now that I'm a pedophile?
So you never shared a CP folder with Andy Warski?
Are you saying he's a pedophile or not?
He didn't. He didn't.
I just yell at him. I'm just like, no.
I like how his answer isn't no. It's just divert.
Well, he did before. I didn't even need to ask him that question because he literally was saying it while I was asking the question. He was like, you are.
Didn't. Nobody shared.
I'm actually the guy who made the video on that. No, he never shared a CP folder with Andy Warski.
Nobody.
I'm really sorry to break that for you, but
Who did?
I don't know
Who
what
did?
podcast.
It was his group of friends. Oh, I'm sorry that he
No, it
told
wasn't
them
his
to.
group of
Nick,
friends.
I want
You
to
didn't
ask
tell
you
them to.
personally.
You
What?
didn't
Who
tell them
told
to.
you?
Can you do your research even more? You call someone a pedophile?
I have a 30-minute video explaining exactly
You
what
told
happened.
them to share it with Andy Warski.
Are you retarded? Hello?
No.
Are you okay?
No.
Keep in mind, John Swan was, John Swan's a very, very professional, classy guy. He's not gonna really, on this channel, we say horrible things every stream, right? It's all part of, we're not terrible people. We're just, we have a little fun on here. But John Swan, especially on this stream, where he's professionally talking about Susie Liu or whatever, he's not trying to, get into the insults. He literally told us before the stream, like, listen, no forehead jokes, no attacks on her physical appearance. I know it's gonna be hard, but, like, we gotta, like, not get the channel nuked. At this point, he just was like, okay, you're a fucking retard to the Migs guy.
What happened?
That's literally not what happened at
There's
all.
videos on it. You can look it up. Maybe
Jeez,
someone a
I
pedophile.
Okay,
Everyone to
I'm
look it
gonna
up
def
because
it in a
you guys
second if you guys just shut up. So
You guys think that everyone watching will not actually look it up. Everyone go look it up.
Go look it up.
Go look it up and find
Please
out.
do. I really, you know what? It would really help my channel.
You understand that I had almost nothing to do with Instagram Wake Up, yet you single me out specifically as the pedophile.
Oh,
He was treated like a little bit.
Call this dude a pedophile?
Of course he
Yo,
did.
guys, all right. So what do we get out of that?
Go buy
Susie
some
Liu
rope.
did nothing wrong. And Augie fucks kid.
You couldn't hear it
Like,
because
what?
you couldn't hear it because there was like 5,000 people talking over him. Because at that point everyone lost. I told him to go buy some rope.
All right, we got.
Flexecutive, you're on the air. Flexecutive, you are on the air. What is going on, Flexecutive?
And that point he
Why are
was
you a
kicked.
pedo, bro? You're a pedo.
Dude, I got called out. I got exposed on the air, bro.
Damn.
Dude, it happened. I didn't. I was hoping.
Projects, dude.
By the way,
Ah.
if that even theoretically happened, which obviously it didn't, Augie was 17, so.
Yeah. Dude, I'm the world's youngest pedophile.
Dude.
No, Aiden would be the world's youngest when he got accused by the Anti-Os.
Oh man, this isn't even cat moms though. This is literally some retard in a trailer. I could literally. By the way, there's no jokes. Like I don't even. I literally would not even legally have to prove damages at this point. Even though, of course, nobody believed that I was a fucking. Nobody believes that. They all knew he was full of shit. But that doesn't matter. I could literally ruin this guy's life for fun if I wanted to. That's how badly he fucked up on the air. And to be honest, it is tempting. It's too much trouble for what it's worth, but it is tempting. And this guy, I like how he says earlier in the clip before we get to the pedophile stuff that he's like, well, I'm not a lawyer. And it's like, yeah, if you were a lawyer, you would be literally hanging yourself. You would be doing exactly what I told you to and hanging yourself. After that, after what you said on that live stream, you could have just straight up ruined your life. I don't know, man. I don't know. But, it's tempting. I mean, I could, but will I? Nah, I'm just fucking around.
Seems like it seems like you're pretty excited. If you had the money, you probably would.
Oh, yeah, I got money. What are you talking about, dude? I got money for this. It costs like $200 at most, maybe 1,000.
I don't know how much this shit costs.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much. I'll tell you that. It would cost way less amount of money for me to fuck this guy over than it would cost for him to just respond. not even get fucked. He doesn't have any money though. Let's just be real. He's some retard sitting in a trailer, having sex with his siblings or whatever. He doesn't have any money. So that's the tragic case of Migs right there. Sad. It's pathetic. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would Tonka call him a real man after that one? I don't know.
Yeah, I really did the tribe a favor with that one.
Although
really
with
killing it
some
over
of
there.
Tonka's comments. Actually, Tonka would be probably mad at Migs.
Pedophile allegations, doxing, man, they got the whole suite of shit over there.
Yeah, the Kumatar, we're just assholes, and the Kumatards, they're right. They're just exposing the big bad guys by doxing us, calling us pedos.
Exactly.
They're really doing justice over there.
I could be the bigger man and end the stream off and say, well, best of luck to y'all. But I genuinely hope, like, all of them get hit by a truck. Like, literally, unironically.
Okay,
so, in Minecraft. I think we'll leave it off there before I get a little too carried away. Yeah.
Augie, I don't think they added the patch for trucks in Minecraft yet.
Oh, maybe I should develop.
Yeah, well, if anyone wants to make a mod.
I should write up that code there.
So that dream can come true for Augie, then, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the 200th episode of RFC. Don't say yikes in the chat. He called me a pedo. What are you talking about? Maybe that is yikes. I don't know. Maybe it is yikes.
Yeah,
no, it's
at
not.
Least it's not what Tommy. It's not.
Hey,
at least it's not the lines of what Tommy said about Lieutenant Cobra. Let's just put it that way. You're not telling him to fucking die of heroin or whatever Tommy said.
I would never say that. Never.
Augie would never make fun of someone's drug problem.
Oh God, I'd never have, never will. Not at all, bro. Not at all. No, of course that wouldn't happen. That certainly didn't happen just like 20 minutes after that stream ended.
That literally would have never happened 20 minutes after that stream happened.
Not at all. Not at all. Good stream, boys. Good stream, boys. Hey, everyone here, like the VOD. This stream got cucked.
Slap a like.
The stream got cucked because
and watch my new video. My new video got cucked too because I rendered it improperly and I cut out the last minute. And I technically could have kept the video up, but then I wouldn't have the member shoutouts, and I appreciate it. So I re-rendered it with the member shoutouts because I accidentally didn't render the last minute.
Yeah, because you wanted them shekels.
And it got fucked in the algorithm because even though the original video in an hour it got 30k views, and in an hour this video got 7k. So if you guys could rewatch it, even if you've already seen the previous upload, I'd appreciate it. Twitter versus Alinity Part 4 Titty Edition.
Just put it on mute, bro.
Yeah, just watch it on mute.
There you go. Bowblax's videos are actually pretty damn tolerable when you listen to them with no sound on them, so.
If you guys didn't like my videos before, well, try watching it on mute 2 times speed and putting it in another tab. I think it's pretty great content.
Dude, if you mute his videos, then it's literally just Twitter again.
It's just your feed. It's literally just your feed there.
Yeah, it's like my old videos. Wait, just mute me and then put like my old music in the background that I put on my old Twitter verses before I commentated them.
Nick Diorio, you just came in here right at the last minute. I saw you just put out a video.
Promo, Nick. Everyone's gotta watch my shit.
Yeah. Nick just put out a video.
Sucks.
I sort of know what this is about, but I think there's more than just what we talked about earlier today. It's a little 4 or 5 minute redemption arc for Chris. Is that what it is?
It's not a whole redemption arc, but I just want to say, like,
admitting defeat on the Rewired Soul debate. Meanwhile, I crushed
Destiny. I'm not Jay Aubrey. I didn't use the clip, but no.
Oh no.
No. There's some new information that came out like 5 months ago, and not a single fucking channel decided to cover it. So I wanted to like set the record straight really quickly.
Yeah.
One of like his biggest detractors like fucking apologized. Like I found this one channel that like only uploads Rewired Soul videos. And she's just like, it hasn't changed anything. They just keep on coming and they keep on coming and they keep on coming. And like one of the biggest examples of him diagnosing somebody is fucking fake.
Well,
it's completely out of context. And then like all the shit that happened, the girl admitted she was off her medication and out of her mind during a pregnancy, which is why she reacted the way that she did. She like fully apologized. And that channel I was looking at that makes all the Rewired Soul videos made like a 42-minute video explaining why Chris is still wrong after she apologized. I was like, come on. Like,
I will say this.
Get the fucking...
Look, we've shit on Chris pretty hard in the past, especially last year.
You need $1,000 off it. You're welcome.
Well, that was my argument, but what I was gonna say. Oh my God, you used the Nerd City art. what I was gonna say
well, he's
though.
testing out new assets for a future video, I assume.
What I was gonna say is like, look, Chris is by no means the worst guy, or even close to the worst guy we've covered in this channel. He's nuts. Not me saying he's never fucked up. He's definitely. I'm not. We're not just backtracking everything we ever said about this guy. That's not the point. But I will say this. I think he kind of. Would you say it's fair to say he got it a little harder than?
You got to look at it.
Like,
I think
it's part of his response too, though. I think part of it's on him in terms of his.
He really didn't handle it well. Yeah.
I would say most of Primic's first video is still solid. Like none of that was. Like none of this part was in there, but a lot of the stuff that came after. This is what like escalates it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the girl that had like the wellness check called on her. But like that huge deal that happened, it was all kind of like it was a shit show, but it wasn't entirely Chris's fault.
Yeah.
Well, what I meant in terms of when trying to reply if Chris didn't deserve it is like I don't think he necessarily probably objectively based off his actions deserved to have his channel like completely like canceled in the way it did. But I feel like the reason that happened was because of his responses. So in a way, he does deserve it because the way he responded was pretty poorly done. But like as for the actions he was initially accused of,
dude, it's a year later though. I think it's okay to start like not stabbing him in the throat every time he uploads.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to start working him back. Like, dude, this fucking clip, right? He's basically shouting out her channel, saying like, yeah, I think she has BPD. I know some of my guys have BPD in my audience. If you like that kind of stuff, go watch her. And everyone's like, he just diagnosed her. No. It's because she has 10 fucking videos on her channel about her like BPD. One video explaining about her diagnosis, and then one video that he probably missed saying where she quote unquote rejects her diagnosis, which I don't even think you can do that.
Well,
she was actually diagnosed.
I think you're just simping for Rewired Soul because he plays Fortnite with you. That's what I think.
I'm just saying, dude. He's actually been fucking. Like, she was actually diagnosed. He wasn't even wrong.
Hey, Rewired Soul is all cool in my books. He bought me but he got me a Valorant code. Yeah.
Dude, you're simping for him, bro. He got you a Valorant.
Dude,
anyway,
how bad? No. Yeah, but how bad could he be, bro?
Anyway, I made this like 4-minute video as like a promo for the Shot from the Point tomorrow because Tommy's doing a legitimate, not like meme, like an actual interview with him on the channel.
Oh wow. Okay, well go check that out. Tommy C, Nick Diorio, Bowblax, go all check all that.
It's not just mental health stuff though. He's gonna be talking about like his esports past and all the big esports buddies he knew growing up.
So it's not all gonna be like depressing or something, yeah.
No, he knew like Slasher and all like the legendary fucking guys from early back in the the golden years before all this shit.
Well, he had mentioned to me he was going to go back to his esports route with that new channel he made, and
he made a new channel.
Yeah, dude, I kind of like that. It's like a tips and tricks channel for games, like specifically esports.
I can use that.
It goes over like
anyway, I got it in the show. I got it in the show.
It's really new. It's sorry.
I know it's new, but
I got it in the show. I'm gonna bounce. You guys, thanks for ghosting Bowblax. Thanks for hopping in here, Nick. At the end, episode 200. We did it, boys. 200.
Hell yeah. Rip Destiny. Episode 200. Killed Destiny. Hell yeah.
All in a good year's work. There you go. Yep. Peace out, everyone. Okay, I'm out. All right. Let's get out of here.